say please, cause you were just daddy, but now you're on your knees. Think you can handle it, you're acting tough as shit. The sheets around your wrist, now you can suck on this. Take you down a peg, if you're macho than a peg. It's time to take you down a peg. Take you down a peg, if you're macho than a peg. Bend over the peg, it's time to take you down a peg. Good boy.
Hi! Hi! It's me. It's Reese. It's Mizindulgence. Long time no fucking see. I'm alive. I am alive, and I am still streaming, and I am still doing stuff. Go me. For some reason, my setup isn't all very good. And pre-warning, the UK is having some weird ass weather at the minute, and my internet has been dropping and going back and forward, back and forward. So it may cut out a couple times, but do not worry. We will be back. We will always be back. I will not fucking just dip a stream and leave unless I'm absolutely fucking dying. Anyway. How is everyone? Hi. Can I get a one in the chat if you are ready, here, alive? I don't know. Listen, there's been a lot that has been happening, especially like in the past like week, let alone in this past 24 hours. And I haven't been online as much. And I'm trying to catch up on shit and I'm trying my best. So we're slowly getting somewhere. Um Things have been progressing since I have just been setting up stream and doing everything and everything has been happening all at once, like I said. Um, so if breaking news comes out, we're just gonna fucking do that shit. We're just gonna do that. So ideally tonight, go over that Mamamax video, Mamamax return video. Um, Now I've had like little bits and like I've kind of skipped through the video bits and pieces, and I did watch the Spencer section. Um, I don't know how far we're going to end up getting because it is 2.5 hours long or something stupid like that, and I don't have the brain to do that shit. Um, I feel a little bit rusty doing my own stream, you know? Like, obviously, I'm doing Wall Smashers, I'm doing the Zelda cast. The Divas is it's a thing that's there. Um, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we have a thing in the plan in the works, in the planning. Um, anyway. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting few days. Um, so like I said, we're probably not going to watch the entire video. We're probably going to do like a part two. Because knowing how I react to shit, I will literally take like an hour to react to like 10-minute video. Um, Listen, I have the squirrel brain. I have the fucking autism brain. Um, it's something else. It's something else. So let me say hello to everyone in chat because listen, I'm rusty, like I said, I'm rusty. So hello to Jacob, Freezer, Zero, Blue Jay, and I saw Nitz was in there, and I saw Mr. Gamer was in here as well. People are here. People are actually here, and I'm surprised. I'm just gonna be real. I'm surprised. So, you're welcome that I'm showing my face. You're welcome. Um, so before we get into the Mamamax stuff, I just have a couple of small little things that I just want to play, show, um, things that are happening. Hey Huck, hello, my darling. I hope you are doing well as well. Um, so yes, we firstly gonna get into okay. It's not even a story. It's just something stupid that happened yesterday on Burn the World 10's birthday stream. Happy birthday to that stupid dumb cunt. Um, he did like a fucking like an 11, 12 hour stream or some dumb shit like that. Like maybe one day, but that's not going to be soon for me. And I don't know how the fuck he did it. I don't know how. There was just so much spurgery and just so much that happened. Can't stay, but have a great stream. Love ya. Thank you, my darling. You have a lovely evening, and I will speak to you soon. I will speak to you soon. Um, so, like I said, the the burn thing. For some reason, uh, Burn had like open calls and stuff like that, and our amazing Wella Midna ended up coming in for a little while. That is not the right thing. Uh, I was trying to fucking play some audio, but it wasn't working. Okay, so come on, go off that one. There we go. No, come on, go off of, go off of. See, like I said, I'm rusty. Okay, I'm rusty. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. Oh my, see, that's what I mean. I'm doing everything wrong. I'm fucking everything up. I'm having a moment. I am the moment. Um, yeah, this call was literally like the best worst nightmare blunt rotation in quite a long time, and I was completely here for it. So of course, Midna had to ask question that I'm not even kidding. I have been thinking about this for quite a while, and I need to ask my boyfriend. I need to ask my boyfriend this question. Um, so yeah, let's see what the question was that Midna ended up asking on stream last night.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
a question. I have a
Yeah.
question.
What?
Do you think you could smoke a blunt hamburger style instead of hot dog style?
Does that
Hamburger style instead of hot dog style. Carrying on, we're just gonna carry on. We're just gonna recommend.
mean?
Like-
What does that mean?
Like instead of hot dog style, you smoke it hamburger style?
What the fuck does hamburger style mean?
This particular. I was trying to process it in my head. Like, what does this mean? What does that? Like a long flat pancake like what does that mean? Midna, listen, Midna. We need to have words.
What is it, like one massive like a disc?
Like a harmonica? Like a harmonica.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I was having a full-blown moment. I'm not even kidding. I was literally like, what? Midna! What is happening? Bruh.
I'm just
How
thinking.
old are you?
Anyway,
How old are you?
Maybe you should stop thinking.
She's an adult, I know that for
I
a
think I'm right
fact.
there.
Yeah, but what kind of
But
adult? What
she's
kind of caliber
retarded.
are we dealing with here?
So this call had Robin, Flatley, Null, obviously there was Burn, NFL Sonic was in there for a while. Who else was in there? Clover Cutie. I know that I'm missing some people. Himpleton was in there for a little bit. Like I said, Nightmare Blunt rotation in the best possible way. Like,
I just wanted to ask a question. Would you smoke a blunt hamburger style, or are you gonna do it hot dog style?
Minna, I'm gonna be so real.
the passion that she has.
Which is the
Clover Cutie
less
asks a
gay
lot of
one?
questions. Clover Cutie asks a lot of questions, and we call her retarded. You are retarded.
Okay. Well,
Clover,
Of course you
Clover,
like
I'm
her.
just
Like,
asking
of course
the
you
real
like her.
vulnerable
Of
questions.
course you like her.
Clover,
I love you so much.
because of this, I won't bully you for like a week or so.
I
Or
mean, I
like the
barely
next three
talk
calls
to
that
you.
we are in the.
This is oppression.
Well, the only thing that'll make it
You're a
worse,
woman.
It's 'cause you're a
Midna,
woman.
I mean,
Woman.
It's
Good
'cause
job.
you're a
the
woman.
old, Midna,
Yeah.
just be glad I don't make ASMR content.
Hey.
That's why no one
Alright.
would bully you for
I mean-
years and years and years.
Midnight getting oppressed.
How
Don't
much?
play again. Midnight getting oppressed for asking the real questions about burger style. Still to this day, bruh. I don't. I'm questioning. I was genuinely trying to find a picture uh, of a burger shaped doob. I couldn't find anything unless my computer's all fucking weirdly censored for some reason. But I couldn't find a burger shaped blunt. I wish I could, because you know I would have bought that shit up and I would have tried to make one myself. Hello, big dude. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Freezer, sorry, I missed your chat. Smoke a blunt hamburger style. I'm calling the cops. Listen. I have an open mind to this kind of thing. If Midna shows me her or someone else smoking a blunt hamburger style and it working well, we're gonna have no problems. We're gonna be completely fine. No problems. But if that hamburger style fucking dupe doesn't work properly and it ends up making a fucking fool, yes, I'll call the cops. I won't call the cops. I would never do that. But yeah, she was definitely passionate. 100% passionate. And I live for it. I live for it. And now I'm going to ask this question to everyone when I am blazed off my tip myself. Thank you, Minda. I genuinely mean that. Thank you, Minda. I'm actually going to ask these questions to my blazed friends at the worst points in time. Okay, right. Anyway, back on to actual like drama, I guess, that has been happening. Drama. Um, I'm sorry, I didn't even draw my eyebrows on today. The life of a drag queen, life of a drag queen. Which I will be talking about some drag stuff as well before we get into the Mamamax stuff. Ooh. Yes, the what Big Dude has mentioned, fallout of Creator Clash 3. Now, I have always had not an interest in Creator Clash, but I've always kind of been in the back of my head, I was hoping for it to work for only one reason. I am actually a relatively like big fan of Dad. I've known of him for quite a few years now. Um, and I introduced all my friends to like his videos and stuff like that, and I really fucked with him. And obviously his boxing in the first Creative Clash was fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it was amazing to watch. Um, so I've actually been really enjoying seeing him doing his Creative Clash shit. Other than that, I don't really give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care about boxing. I don't care about sports. I'm too much of a fucking gay to care about sports, okay? We're not dropping any slurs this early in the stream. We're only 20 minutes in, maybe in about an hour. But yeah, so like I've never been that interested. I'm gonna be completely real. So I'll watch the only thing of the Creative Clash performances or whatever you sporty people call them, matches, whatever. Um, I only watch Dad's fights. I wouldn't watch like Ian's fight. Or I think maybe I watched Ian's fight, but I just didn't give that much of a fuck. Um, Hello, Nintendo Mel. I hope you are doing well. It is good to see you. Yes. You just missed Midna talking about joint burger rolling a doob burger style. Anyway, yeah, like listen. I see all of these motherfuckers in the community talking about boxing, talking about wrestling, talking about all of this shit. Does it look like I do any of this? Honestly, does it look like I do any kind of sports? I'm surrounded with motherfucking Pokemon plushies. Okay? Okay? Just saying. I'm not a sporty person. So, while I was setting up the stream, I came across a. It's not there. Uh, um, I mean, there's this tweet from Critical Shogun, um, of the Destiny fallout to the Hassan fallout to the Ethan fallout, and now it can be added onto the Creator Clash fallout. The fate of the year of 2026. So damn fucking true. But yes, the actual thing was the official Creator Clash Twitter account ended up posting this time 2 hours ago, here or there, give or take, um, saying that basically Ian and Anissa are not going to be a part of Creator Clash anymore. Now, let's see if my TISM difficult to read brain is going to be able to read this for you. If it is successful, then you're welcome. If it is not successful, I'm so sorry. Okay, so Ian and Anissa Jomhar have made the difficult decision to fully step away from Creator Clash, both publicly and behind the scenes, and are relinquishing ownership of the event. This decision wasn't made lightly, but it's a necessary step towards returning Creator Clash to its core purpose, bringing communities together for a night of boxing, fueled by passion, discipline, and the goal of raising money for causes that matter. Since the beginning, this event has been more than just the fights. It's been about the creators pushing themselves beyond their limits, fans rallying behind something positive, and using that energy to do something good in the world. Okay. 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 We're gonna just carry on. We're just gonna carry on. Um. Oh, since Creator Clash's inception, we've been able to we have been able to raise meaningful funds and awareness for charities making real impact. Mission has lost focus in recent weeks, and it's clear that the event to move forward things need to change. We're making space for that change now. As for the fallout, both Harley Morenstein and Lena Ayad, is that how to say the name? Have stepped away from their scheduled fights. While we're disappointed to lose two creators who brought so much heart to this event, we understand and respect their decisions. The fighters still on this card have been training for months in silence and sweat in the shadow of everything else going on. They deserve spotlight, not the fallout. This event was never about any one person, and it shouldn't be defined by internet drama or personal conflict. Well, so firstly, here is that since Creative Crash's inception, we've been able to raise meaningful funds and awareness for charities. But during the last Creative Clash, you didn't raise money for the charities in the end. You didn't do that. Listen, I don't know, obviously, how being paid as a performer and being paid in charity, how it works in comparison to America to the US, because I know that obviously American performance general is different to the UK kind of thing. Um, and in the UK, our kind of thing is if I do a show that is towards a charity, I'm not going to get paid. You know, my wages will go towards the charity. You know, I mean, maybe I'll get like a travel expense or something like that, but like any kind of like profit that I would kind of make from it, that would go straight into the charity. That wouldn't go to me. And that's just kind of like a common thing that happens, at least in like the nightlife scene and stuff like that. Um, so I mean, I know that it is a lot of effort to be able to train. You know, you got to buy a lot. But at the end of the day, if the main focus is towards charity, shouldn't the charity be put first rather than the profit of the performers? I don't know. Obviously, I don't think we know the exact numbers of the prices that were paid out to the performers and how much was actually done to. I don't think we know the exact numbers. Um, yeah, it's just how. Listen, it's just how it is in the UK and in night. Like, I'm just putting my 2 cents in there. Either way, you have not, on the second one at the very least, you were not able to raise those meaningful funds. You were not. You might have done the awareness part because people were so pissed off at you guys that they would basically just end up getting a refund for their tickets or whatever, and then donate the money directly to the charities themselves. That is because of you fucking up, but these other people have decided to be like, "Do you know what? Fuck Creative Clash. We're just going to go straight to the source." Like all the people who it's meant to be towards. Um, sorry, I've been neglecting chat so much. Um, hello, somebody. They cared more about the event than literally anyone else involved, in Ian and Anissa included, 1,000%. They had one success and one massive failure. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yes, they did succeed at the first one. That doesn't mean like since Creator Clash's inception, since the beginning. Yes, at the beginning, but not post beginning. You know. Realistically, the only fighter I've seen promoting was Harley. Yeah, and I don't even. Again, I haven't seen that much promotion, just full stop. So I don't even follow Harley. Like I said, the one person that I do like follow is Dad, and he doesn't really do social media at least on Twitter anymore. So I haven't seen much promotion. Full fucking stop. Um, Zero said, if it's a charity, there should never be any profit. What's the point of a charity if all the money isn't going to said charity? Exactly, exactly. Again, I do understand like the travel costs or paying for things, like the stuff that isn't a profit. You know what I mean? Hope that makes sense. But the profit side of things, that should all be going to fucking charity. That should all be going to the fucking charity. And somebody, again, like, they spent the charity money on the lavish parties and galas for their friends. Exactly. And again, none of that should have been fucking. Like, no, that should have just never happened at the end of the day. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand the logic behind this, to be honest. Um, The others I've seen promoting was H3 and Nick when he's shitting on it. Yeah, that's like the only people who I've seen promoting it have been the people who have been really shitting on it. Like apart from that, I haven't known about it if it wasn't for people fucking shitting on it, which is not a good sign. That is not a good sign, you know? Um, and like, so not only do we not have Harley and Lena, but obviously we don't have Ian and Anissa. I feel like other people are going to end up dropping out. I really, really do. Um, Obviously, I don't know the rest of the people who are on the fucking lineups, but I feel like there's going to be more than that. Because, at the end of the day, it was kind of Ian's friends doing a boxing event. Realistically, obviously not every single person, but realistically, um, no, I don't know, just I do st I do still hope that hmm, I mean, I do hope that the event is able to be good for charity, but I realistically do not think that's going to happen. One of the main draws behind Creator Clash was the fact that it was Ian and Anissa doing it. Um, and wasn't it was I might be wrong on this, but it was the second Creator Clash when Ian didn't fight, wasn't it? Did Ian do the second fight? See, I can't even remember because I do not have that much. Um, but yeah, like there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more fucking people who are dropping out, and with Ian and Anissa not around, people aren't gonna be wanting to watch it. People aren't gonna be wanting to be involved in it. Um, Somebody said he did fight. Okay, okay, yeah. So what what I was going to say is completely irrelevant then. And he got his ass beat for the second year in a row. And I feel like, well, didn't he say as well that like boxing wasn't even his one of his like passions? Like, why would you do like such a mass? Why would you set up an entire event and do multiple events if you really do not enjoy doing something? Because then you can clearly see it's for a monetary purpose. don't know. I don't know. Okay, so next. Our hope as has always been that this event could be a force for good, one night where entertainment, effort, and community come together to support causes that matter. That hasn't changed. If you felt disappointed or let down by the noise, we hear you. We'll hope you'll continue to support the people stepping into the ring. They've worked too hard, and the charities and to let the mission get lost. Thank you for being here. We're still fighting for something bigger. Create a clash. Who is running it now? That is my main question. Who is running this now? Is it going to be someone who actually kind of knows the boxing and promotion and event planning kind of game? Or is it going to be someone who is just going to take this for profit and whatever, you know? Um, somebody said, Anissa was supposed to fight in the first one, but dropped out before the event started. Wasn't on the card for Create Clash 2, despite pretending that boxing was a passion of theirs. Um, yeah, like, you could clearly see from the get-go, neither of them were passionate about it. You know, again, like, I personally wouldn't put on a whole fucking, I don't know, a hockey event. Or, sorry, my brain kind of like had a fuzz then. I wouldn't put on a whole hockey event. I wouldn't put on 3 huge hockey events and expect them to be successful. If you're not passionate and enjoy the thing that you're doing, you're not gonna fucking get anywhere at the end of the day, and you can clearly see through it. Just saying, just saying. But yeah, my bad. Do you know, what, I'm gonna put on the backing music that I've got. There we go. Oh, if it is too loud, then just let me know. Just let me know. Blue Jay said, honestly, Create a Clash should have never continued to the moment when it came out that the money didn't go to charities. Key, exactly. If that's the main point of it, and that's not worked, cancel that motherfucker so it can't go at a loss again. I mean, again, unless this thing has this current unnamed entity, unless they're like actually a professional in doing these kind of events, I honestly don't think it will go anywhere. And so the whole kind of point of it as well was to be like YouTube boxing. You know, that was like another kind of draw to it, I guess you could say. But if the owners aren't from YouTube, we can't. It's a little bit to me. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking absolute bollocks. I probably am talking absolute bollocks, to be honest. But I just kind of feel like either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Like, if there's a kind of corporate entity behind it who like does know what they're doing, the whole kind of creator boxing aspect is not going to die, but it's just going to fizzle a little bit. But if a YouTuber does, or like a content creator does end up picking it up, let's be real, they're probably not going to really know what they're doing. I mean, there's a small chance, but probability not really high. Oh fuck. Big Dude said, if more people drop out, I think it will happen. Do you know? I think if more people dropped out of the actual event, I don't think it will end up happening. It's going to be too short notice. You know, it's going to be too short notice for the actual people who are doing the boxing and who has to do training. And I mean, unless they're already professional boxers, again, that loses the charm of it. It's the word I was kind of looking for earlier, like the charm. Yeah. So I realistically think this is a lose-lose situation. Listen, at the end of the day, if you were thinking about getting like a pay-per-view ticket or whatever, going to the actual thing, just donate it to the fucking charities. Like, you can't really trust, especially with like an unnamed entity. Like, We don't know who the fuck it's gonna be. It could be fucking. It could be Keemstar. It could be fucking. I don't know. Other fucking worldwide. It could be Piers Morgan. It's not gonna be Piers Morgan, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like if any more people drop out, I feel like the whole event's going to end up being cancelled. God knows if people are actually going to end up getting their refunds. I wonder if people are even getting refunds at the minute. From what I have heard through, what I've heard on from tweets and I was watching a little bit of Nick's stream before I started. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be refunds. Like the refund requests are getting ignored, but I haven't seen the exact emails or tweets or anything like that. So who knows? Blue Jay, it could be Michael doesn't exist exactly. See, listen, that's how much I give a shit about this event. It could literally be done by Michael doesn't exist, and I could be like, KL, whatever. Moving on. No, I don't care, but also I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. It's one of those ones. Yeah. So, what's this one? Oh, this is from Yeet. So this was in the new iDubbbz video that ended up coming out that today. What was it? Content. Someone, I think Nintendo maybe said it in the chat earlier, or someone else said it in the chat earlier. What it was actually called. Hello, Kangalope. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, the other content thingy-madoodah that ended up coming out. So I believe. Wait, when? Okay, so when was this video actually posted? I know that it was extremely recent. Oh my god. 2 seconds. I'm going to... Sorry about that. My bad. I'm just gonna see the exact when this content, whatever it this content was released. I think that's gonna be the new name for it from me. Content deputy. That's what the actual thing was called. So the reason that I'm just interested in what one came out first, whether it was going to be this video that we've got up here, or if it was the statement from Creator Clash. So this was 4 hours ago. That is not fucking helpful to me. That is not helpful to me. And this. Stop it. This was at 9:38, I think it said. 9:38 PM my time. So that is. Oh god, I don't want to do math. Can someone do math for me? Can someone do it for me? Please. I mean, I know that it was around the same time, but I feel like the content video came out a little bit before, possibly. I don't know. I'm just interested, and I obviously cannot find it. So yeah, here's the video from Content Fuck. Here's Ian's little. We almost got spoilers for that, and that was a fucking. Listen. Welcome to the Mizindulgence channel, where things just happen for some fucking reason. Things just occur. Obviously, they don't want me to watch this video because maybe it's trying to save me some fucking brain cells. I don't know, but here we are.
That people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I. Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished
Good. To be quite honest. I don't care. Good, I don't care.
control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis.
Okay.
The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial...
Let me just make sure
Anissa and I
had
have
that
decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events.
Okay, so the business partner that ran the previous 2 events. Again, that's not really like a name of a person, unless there is a name like somewhere in some document somewhere. But I mean, it's still a lose-lose. It's still a lose-lose. But also, it's a win that he's not doing it. But also, it's a L that he's not doing it for career. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any...
For now. For now. Oh.
financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, you know, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event. Yeah, I mean, I think it had to come to this eventually. I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't, I mean, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest. That people are just going to use...
I mean, if he did hide it, then people would give him more reason to shit on it, so... God knows how long it fucking came for him to come to this conclusion. I don't think he wanted to do it for a while. So maybe it's about time. Maybe it's about fucking time. Nintendo, I think they're hiding away from this. I think they're hiding away from the content cop. I think they're using the content cop or content fuck name to make people watch. Again, from the little bit of this video that I did end up watching, it was no content cop. There was no content cop, you know. So at this point, it's just the name. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Chud Logic would say. Okay. So for some reason, I have a tweet from Mamamax. It's going to get us nicely into the next segment. Why is Mamamax reminding me when to call 911 in his video description? Where it says, if you're in someone else is in immediate danger, please call 911. No shit. No shit. No shit. Okay, listen, okay, before we, like, properly start the Mamamax thing, I just want to say one thing about Mamamax. Yes, I did end up shitting on him, quite, like, a decent amount, but, I would love to have a conversation with him at some point. Okay, hear me out here. Not in, like, a trolling kind of way, in none of this kind of type of thing, in just a generally, like, respectful way. I want to have a conversation with him about, like, the sort of his gender stuff going on. And by that, I mean kind of, like, the connection to the Manshihi account and, you know, his, like, his actual non-binary day-to-day identity, I guess you could say, rather than, like, internet sex work side of things. I have genuine questions. I do have genuine questions, and I will generally be respectful. You know, when it comes to, like, gender shit, I will be respectful about it. You know, I'm just curious, and I feel like it could just clear some things up. But yeah, so listen, I'm just gonna put that out there. Maybe at some point in the future I can have a conversation with him. But anyway, this week was just to get into Mamamax, and I have already sidetracked myself because I'm a tit. Okay, so here is Mamamax reminding people to call 911 when in the embarrassed situation. Congratulations, Mamamax. You did something. I don't fucking know. Okay, so here is the fucking video. You can see, like, I watched the Spencer part. That was it. We live, Mamamax, also BoblaxW. Hello, Burn. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are not too dead from yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this because it's so fucking long. It's so long, and I don't know if I can be bothered. I don't know if I can. I mean, I do kind of care, but like I don't care at the same time. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Can we get a 1 if we're ready to get into some brain damage? Can I get a 1? But now I'm good. Ash is cutting up the stream for videos soon. The Boblax call will be in a video. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, man. Did you just hear what I said about Boblax? About maybe having questions for him at some point. I'm curious. Either way, that's not the point. I've already made 1 fucking derail already. Okay, let me just change this quality because for some reason there we go. Stop it. Dude, the Mudahar section is amazing. He totally snaked the fuck out of Tommy C. Ooh. Okay, so let's have a look. So this part is Nectox and Nexpo. This part's Mutar. This is Spencer. That's the personal questions. And that's Belfagor. I'm assuming that's it's the dog. It's the dog. Okay, we'll see. I mean that's 50 hour 80. I'll see how I feel at the Mudahar section. I'll probably carry on going for a little bit, but yeah, maybe we'll get up to Spencer. Maybe we'll get up to Mudahar. We'll put this bit motherfucker on 1.35. Honestly, Max cooks in the video. The rest is nothing burger though. I'll cook some. Mr. Gamer, before you watch, predict how his response will go. I think this is going to be a pile of dog shit. I feel like it's going to be a nothing burger. I feel like it's just going to be words. That's why I'm kind of like, I really can't be bothered to go over this, just because I feel like it's just really going to be like word salad and shit like that. Yeah. Mudahar is the biggest snake ever, and Doge angles should be questioned as well. Maybe I will continue into the Mudahar section then. Maybe I will do that, because I'm interested. I am interested. So I probably watch, like... So I ended up watching, about, like, 20 minutes, half an hour's worth of, coverage by Chud Logic. And he was kind of around in the like Lux and Expo section at some point, but he kept on going on tangents, so he didn't really go into the video that much. So that's why I was like, okay, whatever. Obviously, I know that's not the point of his stream to watch the video, but yeah, I was just okay, so let's just get into this. Okay. If it gets too boring, I'm going to play Pokemon Fusion while listening. We'll see how it turns out.
To the You're Late Mamamax cancellation response video. This is a very dense video, so I've divided it into 5 main sections. Introduction and recap, Night Docs, Nexpo, and Mudahar, Spencer's allegations, personal questions, and Belfagor. With that said, let's go and have fun. Hi, hello.
Okay, already starting off with the fucking like clown music. Come on.
Why should we trust you? There's 2 sides to every story, and I'm sure...
Oh god. See, the thing is, I'm sure I wait. I'm sure there's going to be some
and have
thumbnails
fun.
in this I
Hi,
recognize.
hello. Why should we trust you? There's two sides to every story, and I'm sure you've
so
gotten
many.
hundreds of one side. But there's still
I
a whole other
definitely
side
saw-
you haven't
saw a
seen yet,
Nick
but
on
that's going
that.
to change. What happened? That's a lot to explain. So, a survivor reached out to me for help regarding a case of an alleged cult leader and child predator, and asked me if I could platform them to
Camden Davies. That was the most British thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. I'm gonna kill myself.
tell their story. So I was just going to start a new format where we platform the survivors and let them have a voice. But I quickly realized that we needed help given the gravity of this case, and the purpose of our campaign
Oh,
evolved
shit.
to find more survivors in order to build a criminal case against the accused party, since he was still active.
So wait, see, already I'm kind of like
Tell their story.
wait.
So I was just going to start a new... That's a lot to explain.
Okay.
So a survivor
So-
reached out to me for help regarding a case of an alleged cult leader and child predator, and asked me if I could platform them to tell their story.
Okay.
So I was just going to start a new format where we platform the survivors and let them have a voice. But I quickly realized that we needed help given the gravity of this case.
I mean, if you were getting multiple survivors, wouldn't you kind of need some help anyway? I don't know. Already. Not good start. Eat Skelly, fight White Glove. Sure thing, buddy. Mr. Gamer, funny how Max doesn't mention Camden's mugshot is from a traffic violation. Of course not. Of course not. He's fucking disingenuous about everything. Sorry. So from the get-go, motherfucker should have been getting help. Wait. Did it? I don't know. We're not going to start going crazy just yet. Not yet.
And the purpose of our campaign evolved to find more survivors in order to build a criminal case against the accused party, since he was still active.
Can I speak to Officer badge number?
And so I
Okay. Is that gonna be like proof that she's like reported something that's actually to do with this particular cult type of scenario, or is it just like a general other police report? Maybe they show more of that. Blah, 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 blah. Max will also leave out the fact that he encourages fans to harass Camden's mum and brother. I do remember that. See, I was kind of thinking to myself, maybe I should have done like a recap before I fucking started, but I don't want to deal with like 3-4 hours plus of different videos, not including my reactions to it, you know?
reached out to institutions.
Which, if anyone within reason, a few people have perms to call in, if they did want to kind of chill and fuck around and chat about this, because I kind of want someone to, like, ping-pong my brain with, you know? Right. Okay, so, this is media company of which you're affiliated freelance. So, right. International Cultic Studies Association. Thanks, okay. Blah, 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 media company. Briefly describe what kind of person you would like to interview. I recently reached out to the ICSA with a proposal for collaboration on a documentary I'm producing. The documentary will devolve into cult behavior, blah, 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 blah. May we give your contact information to prospective interviewees so they can contact you directly without being intermediary. Am I retarded? Like, what does this mean? What is ICSA? And what is International Cultic Studies Association. But what is that? What is that?
Journalists, lawyers,
Oh, okay, just saying.
and experts in the field of cold psychology.
Okay, so I'm doing a motherfucking pause, Andy, motherfucking bitch. I need to stop doing this like every 10 seconds or something.
A leader uses these techniques to gain undue influence over his or her followers. We've often referred to this as brainwashing or mind control.
But most notably, I reached out to my peers on YouTube.
Nintendo, wait, what? What, motherfucker? What? What do you want? What do you want? Making my pause my whole stream? No, I know that I've got a delay. I know that I've got a delay going on here, and I know that my internet is shit. How is my internet doing? Okay, it's not doing the worst in the world. We're surviving. We're surviving. Touch wood. Touch wood. It still carries on to be okay. Oh, shit. No. Is that still working? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, fuck you, Nintendo Mail. I'm carrying on.
The most influential among them was Charlie, who has helped me in the past.
This also comes into play with Mamamax's video, if you remember that controversy that happened. I imagine most people who don't know the situation and don't know Mamamax will see this and just be like, what the fuck is going on here?
His support has always been invaluable.
Okay. Okay. I feel like there's going to be a lot of DMs that he's going to just flash up on the screen for the short moments. Let's be it's not really anything. Doesn't mean much so far.
And since I've seen him fight corruption before, and he is one of the most respected voices on the platform, I truly believed he could make a difference. But it was difficult to get anyone to just listen to the survivors, and so I created artificial drama to get people's attention.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie.
I created an artificial drama. So, is he basically trying to say that this was all a part of his plan? And all of those, like, leaks, or whatever, were they leaks? The kind of non-edited clips? Were they all planted? Are you just one step ahead? It's like Nick Cardo Avocado? Is that you?
And to be clear, I was always upfront that the drama was fake.
This is a call to action disguised as a cancellation.
And that worked. Until it didn't.
Stop ignoring Mamamax. Yeah, still here. You want me to talk about it a little bit? That rubbed me the wrong way.
I still don't feel good about that decision. But then, the people that I trusted, the people that I looked up to, the people that I considered my best friends, they all turned on me.
Oh, everyone all turned on me. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe it's because you were acting like a fucking idiot when it came to this entire thing. The entire investigation and, you know, and trying to, like, manipulate these YouTubers into covering your bullshit. Some of it intended out, some of it, sorry, blah, 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 blah. Some of it ended up being, most of it, not being real, and being kind of disguised as if it was real, and kind of, it was, I feel like it was kind of disguised enough with, like, that kind of, deniable, what did I say? Words are difficult today, okay? Maybe I shouldn't have streamed, but words are difficult, man. Like... No. No.
In an attempt to protect their own reputations, because they saw what was happening to me. And then they resorted to creating their own deceptions around me. So that way, they could bury me. No one will ever believe what I say. I'm a fraud, I'm a liar, I'm a manipulator, I'm a deceiver, I'm a monster. And then they wiped their hands and pretended like I never existed.
So everyone was wrong apart from you. I don't know, most of the time when there's, like, loads of people... Okay, not most of the time, but, like, a lot of the time when there are loads of people going at you, it's probably for, like, at least some kind of reason. At least some kind of reason. Not just randomly out of the blue.
But I do exist. And I do have my own side to all of this. And that's what I'm doing now, is clarifying some things, presenting some new information that some of you might have not known. And hopefully in the near future we will resolve all of this drama, so that way we can get back to the more important work. Do you acknowledge that you've made mistakes?
By the more important work, I really hope he doesn't carry on with doing more fucking keto busting fake bullshit. If he ends up doing the exact same shit as that he was doing before, it shows that he has learned nothing. I don't think that he should be doing these type of things anymore. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I don't know, I just feel like he shouldn't be taking on this kind of investigation. Like, full stop. It's something that the actual professionals need to handle, not Mamamax. I know we've had this conversation so many times. I know other people have had this fucking conversation so many times. He is not the one to do this shit, okay?
Mistakes, and if so, which? Of course, I've made mistakes. And I think one of my biggest mistakes was covering dangerous content at a time I was too immature and uneducated on the subject matter. It's important to note that I did not have a mentor.
I don't know, I'm early into this. Let's see if you're educated enough. Let's just see.
I did have some military training, but I was mostly learning as I was going. And I felt what I was doing was much too serious to ignore. The amount of
What? Why is their nipples so early on? I didn't want to see a nonce's nipple so early on. Wait, oh, was he even a nonce? Was he a fake nonce? I don't know anymore. I don't know.
child exploitation that is happening all over the internet still does not get enough exposure to this day. And that leads me...
So, when he says that, like, online child grooming and shit doesn't get enough exposure, that is very much kind of drilled into people's brains. And I feel like everyone knows, or at least people who've just interacted with the internet, should kind of know kids' websites are filled with fucking pedos. It's like a fucking breeding ground for them. Like, it doesn't... You don't have to have extensive training to know that. You don't have to...
me to another big mistake, which was mixing fiction and non-fiction.
What, basically, we would all still be aware of child grooming even before seeing this motherfucker. Just saying.
Fiction, for cases that are too volatile for dramatization. At the time, I felt I could do no wrong if entertainment helps bring awareness to these very real issues, but retrospectively it just creates confusion around what's real and what's not in the long term.
No shit.
But I have been quite transparent about this since the very beginning.
All information was hidden or censored, names and
But when it comes to these kind of like disclaimers and stuff like that, you see these fucking everywhere to try and get for people to try and cover their own arses. You know, even if, like, I even have a little fucking disclaimer in my fucking description box, knowing that it's not going to do anything realistically, just to slightly protect my ass a little bit, even a minuscule amount. You know, like, obviously, and that's why so many people say allegedly, my opinion, like shit like that, of like to cover our own asses. I thought that's just kind of, I thought that was just like a common thing that like everyone did. So that's why I personally didn't pay attention to this kind of thing.
But I have been quite transparent about this since the very beginning.
All information was hidden or censored, names and identities were altered to protect the privacy of non-consenting parties, all dramatization, individuals, dialogue are fictional, and meant for storytelling purposes.
How would you explain that? It's like half fiction, half kind of a story?
I call it hybrid, like documentaries, because it's like, yeah,
Okay.
it is half fiction that is parallel to the real story, and then there's just the real story.
Which is why the full investigation was publicly available in the mega drives that were linked in the paste bins of my video descriptions, that were then reported and taken down, with
Coincidentally, funny that. Wait.
mega drives that were linked in the paste.
Why would you put, number one, why would you put all of that information in the Google Drives? Number two, is he even gonna say why it got flagged for CSAM?
Bins of my video descriptions, that were then reported and taken down, with claims that they contained CSAM. But there was no CSAM, it was just documenting predators and their interactions with me. The entire investigation from accessing the platform, creating an account, interacting on the site, speaking with predators, speaking with victims.
Okay, that's not... Okay. You wouldn't... I haven't used Mega. I doubt that you would get taken down for just having these, like, conversations with pedos. I don't know, would you? Would you get reported for CSAM material? I don't think so. from what I've heard, there's the tags, like the kind of FBI tagging system. I don't know if that's actually a thing that works. The flagging kind of system thingy. That's what people said. That's like the mega folder got flagged by these systems. But he's saying that they were reported. What one is true?
And taken down, with claims that they contained CSUM. But there was no CSUM, it was just documenting predators and their interactions with me. The entire investigation from accessing the platform, creating an account, interacting on the site, speaking with predators, speaking with victims, and everything that happened from beginning to end were present in OBS screen recordings on those mega drives. There is so much information that I would include in this very video, pertaining to previous investigations, that I now cannot present because these drives have been taken down. I did not create a backup because I was...
Bruh. We didn't need to see a clip long, I'm not gonna lie. We already saw that dude's fucking nips. I didn't need to see it again, thank you very much.
Not comfortable keeping all of this evidence of predators on my personal computer, so my team helped me up...
Okay. You didn't want it on your personal computer. I get that. But I feel like if you put all your eggs in one basket, all of this so-called evidence... I don't know, and like... I might... See, again, I don't want to say, like, for 100% if I'm wrong or anything like that, but, like... If you would have, like, forwarded this information to the police, wouldn't it have been in, like, an email that you would have forwarded it to the police? And you would have been able to go back into your, like, your sent folder and your emails to then retrieve it if, for whatever reason, you needed it again? I don't know, that's how I've got a few of my, like, old audio tracks from when I can't find them, like, my old drag performances. I know, again, it's not the same, but, like, I don't know, I would have thought that that would be a way that you could find the files without having it, like, hacked up or something. I don't know, but... I don't buy it.
Upload it and let it go to the public. Mega is quite clear that you can report objectionable material. Because our end-to-end zero-knowledge encryption means we do not know the nature of content that is uploaded, Mega is only able to take down content when a public link has been reported to us. And since these were videos of predators getting naked and masturbating, under the impression that I am a minor.
Motherfucker, okay. I saw him. That was basically, I could basically see cock. I saw a jerkin. I didn't want to. I didn't want to see that.
I don't necessarily disagree with this decision, but that...
But the thing is, as well, I highly doubt that it's going to get reported and taken down and reported to the FBI with a simple report. I don't know, and usually, like, explicit material, for the most part, I'm sure is allowed on those platforms. I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, that it's, like, under the pretenses of, like, being a minor. Okay, hopefully I'm back now. Hopefully I'm... Oh. Mr. Gamer, your hair looks beautiful, Reese. Thank you. Thank you. I need to re-dye it. I really need to re-dye it. And there's a lot of it. Bruh. Okay. Right. Cool. We back, guys. Like I said, at the beginning of the stream, I did say that, UK weather at the minute has been really fucking weird and fucky. So internet problems are still happening, but don't worry, I will always be back.
That both myself and Ryan did, but most importantly Mamamax did, on a website called kidschat.net. It is a haven for predators.
We made reports to the FBI and NCMEC together, and I don't know how anyone can think that the predators are fake. No, these are not paid actors. These are child predators. Some of them even have records.
And the sheriff says admits to...
Some of them? I don't know, I would have hoped that, like, at least not all of them would have had records after after reporting them, right? I know it's not as simple as that, but hopefully, but we all know that he didn't really do fuck all.
Sending pornography to a child is now charged with pandering obscenity. Wayne Barnett is 60 years old, and the sheriff says Barnett sent the images to a 12-year-old.
Now, I'd like to clarify that I never actually claimed to personally get these arrests.
You went on and you said, this guy was arrested, it was because of me, it was because of my video.
But I never said this.
So you did find out who he is. You did find out who he is, but you didn't put him in jail. Is that fair to say?
I don't know if we put him in jail, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And anytime a predator...
I need to find the clip of kind of like where that claim came from like Nick and Tom, and is that Muta? Muta in the call there as well? Muta's there. There we go. Yeah, I want a little bit of like why. I'm sure there was something that where Max said that he got people arrested. I'm sure of it, but I can't like. So I want one of these people who's had a conversation with him and kind of like confronted him about this to be able to pull up a clip that I can find.
It was because of my video.
But I never said this.
So you did find out who he is. You did find out who he is, but you didn't put him in jail. Is that fair to say?
I don't know if we put him in jail, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And anytime a predator is arrested, I always credit my audience, who...
Okay, wait, and every time a predator is arrested, I credit my audience.
If we put him in jail, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But he said that he hasn't put anyone in jail. He hasn't put anyone in jail, but when people are, he credits his audience. That doesn't make sense to me. Unless I'm just, like, I'm literally just too stupid to understand. Isn't that a bit contradictory? I don't know.
All thanks to you.
And finally...
Jump scare from the voice.
I think platforming survivors before we were ready to handle the public was a huge mistake.
No
I
shit.
did read books and reach out to experts and institutions to educate myself on the subject matter. I did get the consent of the victims who appeared in these videos before releasing them. And I did ask my peers for feedback, which most of them did not have anything negative to say until after the backlash. But clearly none of us were ready for what ended up happening. And I do take a great share of responsibility for what happened. And I don't feel good about it. Those are just a few mistakes, out of many, many more I know I've made. But I'm always learning and trying to do better.
And tell him out, oh, did he forget to mention about Spencer? Spencer's got an entire section in this. So I'm assuming all of these little sections about these little Mr. Spencer, they're going to be mentioned in here. And depending on how dead I am and how much brain damage I have from this... Listen, we're only fucking 9 minutes in, and I've got it on 1.35 speed. Do you know what? I know it's not going to be up by a lot more, but I'm going to do it to like 1. Can I do like 1.45? Yes, I can. That's going to be a lot nicer for me. A lot nicer for my brain.
Genuine question here. Why did you betray Night Docs despite all that he did for you? Is he lying or is he telling the truth that you made false allegations concerning him? I actually really want to...
This is the Night Docs and Expo part. This is chapter 1, officially chapter 1, I guess. Here we fucking go. Here we go.
Talk about this. So just for some background, I met Jim Pagel, creator of Night Docs, at PAX South 2020. This is where I also met Nexpo, Mudahar, and some other YouTubers. This was my first experience meeting other YouTubers, besides a random collaboration with Official Duck Studios in 2019.
Welcome! Go! Faster!
Anyway, this was my first real friend group with other influencers. And I was a bit awkward, to say the least. But I became very close with these people, specifically Night Docs and Nexpo.
No! Guys, whoa, guys. Get out! I said shut up! Stop drawers! Stop drawers! Not my drawers! Give me the fucking camera!
And Ruby and I ended up moving.
I became close with these people, proceeds to do a video of them fighting. I know it was probably just like a fuck around play fight, but whatever. That's funny to me.
In with Night Docs when he invited me. And from what I remember, Jim was a very kind person and an extremely loyal friend.
Max and
so
Ryan.
Wait, am I... Nexpo... Wait. Who's who?
Very kind person.
Oh shit.
And with pretty much every episode of Cringe Kitchen,
oh my
I have
God.
is a very kind.
Sorry about that.
Nexpo.
Guys, whoa, guys, what's going on? Guys, I said shut up. Stop drawers, not my drawers. Give me the fucking camera.
And Ruby and I ended up moving in with Night Talks when he invited me. And from what I remember, Jim was a very kind person.
Okay, Night Talks
an
is Jim.
extremely loyal friend.
Night Talks Jim.
Max and Ryan Nexpo, like those guys are as close to being my brothers as you can be without being blood related. I mean, I would do anything for those dudes.
And I have so many fond memories with Jim. But
why was motherfucker doing the anime hentai face?
Wait. I mean, I would do anything for those dudes.
Wait.
And I have
Motherfucker was doing the hentai face. I know that he did those anime, like, hentai reviews and shit like that, but come on, bro. Come on, bro.
so many fond memories with Jim. But Jim would often get on Ryan's nerves, Nexpo, when we would film together. I remember this happened with pretty much every episode of Cringe Kitchen, as well as Ben Drowns Again, that we all filmed together. And I think it was
Okay.
It's because Jim has ADHD. He is prescribed Adderall and often drank a lot of energy drinks on top of a nicotine addiction. So Jim would often get lost in whatever he was doing.
Motherfucker sounds like me. Nicotine addiction, energy drinks, undiagnosed ADHD. I don't have ADHD. I don't think I have ADHD. I think it's just the autism part of it. But they're close enough. Am I being called out here?
And this would result in Ryan getting pissed off and venting to me about Jim.
Probably bring maybe Max and Nexpo along too, if they're up for it. I know Max will be all on board with it. Max is like, always like, whenever I ask Max about anything, he's like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Come on, let's go. Like, he's really awesome that way. Ryan tends to be a little busier, and all that, so not as easy to get a hold of. Not as easy to get a hold of Nexpo all the time. He also shuts his phone off quite a lot too, so he's hard to get a hold of unless he wants to be available.
Ryan and I would become closer than brothers.
Okay, so, because they were venting about each other, that makes them bad people? I mean, welcome to the commentary community, motherfucker. Like, I'm not saying that those motherfuckers are in the commentary, but like, everyone talks shit about everyone. Especially, like, buddy, like, in real life buddies. At the end of the day, you're gonna talk shit. You're gonna talk shit. Get a grip.
I think just because he was a year older than me and our opposing personalities mixed well. And there were times when he would ask me questions about living with Jim. And I told him I would help Jim care for his girls when he was busy.
What is that? Who do you want to be here?
Max.
You miss Max? Well, I'll show Max this. You want to tell anything to Max? If Max was sitting right here, what would you tell Max?
Max, I want you to come back.
Now let me be clear. Just because I would supervise and feed the girls on occasion does not mean I think Jim is a bad father. Jim is actually very kind and loving. From everything I have seen, his children are very happy with him. I am just explaining my side of what was happening when I lived with him. So when Ryan and I would hang out without Jim...
What?
He was always very curious about what was going on at his place, so he would ask me questions. Ryan always loved talking about Jim. Anyway, I fell in love with a woman who was helping me hunt predators, and Jim graciously let me invite her to stay with me for a week. And this is when I started hearing the first rumors about Jim.
Don't mix your partner and your work life. I know it's not the same, it's like an office job or whatever. Still, it's never a good idea to mix relationship and your work life, however you make money.
Jim, from this girlfriend, because she was chronically online and spent most of her time on all of our Discord servers and participated in a lot of the gossip that happens on these servers. It wasn't anything serious, it's just that Jim was very flirty with women, which isn't a crime, so I didn't really care. But again, when Ryan would ask me questions, I would answer him honestly. And since he was also hearing some of the same stuff from his own Discord server, we would compare notes and discuss what we've been hearing. And then we started witnessing firsthand how Jim would behave with women in real life, saying some pretty inappropriate things that would create some awkward situations. And it's not like he was hurting anyone, but I think because of that, and the rumors, and some other personal stuff.
Listen, not to be that kind of gay, but welcome to the heterosexual cis men. Okay? Just saying.
Over time, we started to distance ourselves from Jim, and eventually...
Hey, not saying that it's always appropriate. Most of the time it's not appropriate, but like, welcome to men.
We just stopped talking to him. That was the extent of my relationship with Night Docs. But things did not get that bad for him until VidCon 2022, when Ryan told Mutahar about all of this. And that's when Jen, Mutahar's wife, told us about her experiences with Night Docs.
You know, it regards like Night Docs. The whole situation is like, you know.
Okay, this is... So, Dojangles has always been like a somewhat interesting one for me. Like, I can't tell if I like her or if I don't like her. She's got like a very, a kind of, slightly kind of cutthroat attitude, but like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I know that it can be misconstrued in different ways. But I haven't made up my mind on her yet. That's just all I'll say.
You hear some things and then you're trying to figure out where they're coming from, and then you find out, you know, it was originating from Max the whole time.
Yeah.
Not that Night Dogs doesn't have fault of things of his own.
Now I'm gonna leak her DMs that she sent during my cancellation.
I don't know if I'm pause Andying, but just because Night Dogs isn't complete saint, that doesn't really mean anything. No one's a fucking saint at the end of the day. Everyone's gonna have faults.
To a witness who will be speaking shortly. Hey, I remember a couple years ago hearing the whole Jim and the waitress story and that you felt uncomfortable. Was I remember things wrong? It was some joke from Jim about him and I potentially spit roasting with a waitress that talked to us there. It came out of nowhere and it just surprised me, on top of me thinking it was just weird and disrespectful lol.
Okay.
He's saying now the waitress was into it. From what I remember, she wasn't around at all when the joke was made, and I can't recall him talking to her directly. Unless it was while I was in the bathroom, I don't know. I mainly remember everyone there just being like, what the fuck, when he said that to me. I can't speak for the waitress if she'd be into that, talk or not. I'm just trying to piece together some things because cool, it's not a pedo, I guess. He was still out of pocket and obnoxious. I feel for the dude. I feel like it's textbook divorcee dad behavior. As for the other claims, I have no idea. He got too pushy with me before I met Muta. He can't read a room. So
it doesn't sound like... Personally, it doesn't sound like Dojangles is kind of being like, this dude is a fucking weirdo creep, and he's not like safe to be around women or whatever. He's just saying this, like, there was a few flighty jokes that may be a bit inappropriate. Like, let me go back again. It just came out of nowhere. Was surprised me. On top of thinking it was just weird and disrespectful. Just weird and disrespectful. So she's not, like, obviously in this community, if you call someone weird or a freak or a creep, that can be like a little bit of a snowball into like, do you think that's pedo? Like the whole pedo thing, right? But she's not saying it in that kind of way. She's not saying it in that kind of way by any means. She's just, I'm taking that as just, it's just weird and disrespectful. You know, and him not being able to read.
I remember she wasn't around at all when the joke was made.
Like,
and I can't recall him talking to her directly. Unless it was while I was in the bathroom, I don't know.
See, she's not describing it as, like, malicious, or nasty, or fucking, like, rapey, or anything. Like, nothing like that, so... Okay, he can't read a room, and he's a little bit pushy. Again, a lot of straight men are. No offense to y'all straight people. But I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. Again, I
mainly remember everyone there just being like, what the f***? There's some things because cool, it's not a pedo, I guess. He was still out of pocket and obnoxious. I feel for the dude. I feel like it's textbook divorcee dad behavior. As for the other claims, I have no idea. He got too pushy with me before I met Muta. He can't read a room.
Okay.
So just for everyone to be crystal clear on this, Mutahar and Jen were already saying, and I quote, Night Docs is a fucking creep. Even Mutahar himself admits he did not hear any of the rumors from me.
In regards to Jim or Night Docs, there were two allegations, one of them which had come from Max, allegedly, in amongst a friend group, about him not being necessarily the best dad. There were two key things. One of them was him being asleep most days, and then the other was that Max would have to step in and feed his children cereal or whatever else was in the house. This is something that I heard, again, not from Max, but through our internal friend group. And while this one definitely raised some questions about, okay, you know, you gotta be attentive if you're the dad, it wasn't necessarily the most serious thing. However, what was more serious was the allegation where he had allegedly started unzipping himself in front of a minor, exposing himself over a Discord video call. Now, I actually confronted Jim about this one specifically because I wasn't exactly, I need to know the bottom of this truth, or I need to understand or at least get his side, because obviously I met the person in reality. Me and my wife confronted him, and in this situation, Jim obviously categorically denied that he had done anything, but I didn't have any evidence for or against Jim, and you know, in spite of all that, I still decided to, you know, hold back my connection, not talk as much anymore. We weren't necessarily the most talkative people anyways, but this absolutely sealed the deal, and that's just because...
So far, so just a he said, she said rumors thing, but there was some side-eyeing. So far, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Hello, Neon Treon. I hope you're doing well. And yes, everybody, please like the stream. I know that I'm 17 minutes into this fucking 2.5 hour long thing here. So please give me support, give me motivation to fucking get through this, because I need it. I feel like I'm losing brain cells already. Like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Because I don't really like to interact with somebody that even has that kind of an ick on them or that stain. Because again, I don't know what's true or what isn't. In this situation, I just decided to dial back the friendship that I had. Obviously, considering everything now, I'm more inclined to believe Jim and his word, given the other party.
So let's break this down. Mudahar claims that there were 2 allegations. One of them, only one of them, had come from me, allegedly, which was that Jim was a bad dad. And then Mudahar even admits he did not hear this rumor from me. It was from an anonymous source within the internal friend group that he intentionally does not name, who was spreading these rumors to him. And then the other allegation, which Mudahar has already implied, did not come from me, because remember, only one of them came from me allegedly, which was that Jim was exposing himself to a minor over a Discord video call. So if these rumors did not come from me, who did they come from? It was Ryan who spread those rumors to Mudahar. And from my memory, Mudahar and Jen spread those rumors to everyone else, telling every other YouTuber that Night Doc...
The fucking creepy ass undertones, like, listen. Max is still doing this, like, creepy horror, you know, like, scary movie type thing. Listen, I don't really like it in this kind of, in like a serious response video. I feel like you shouldn't kind of put like extra horror kind of backing music and stuff like that. I feel like that kind of brings the attention away a little bit and like it forcefully sets the mood. If you know anything about like movies and stuff like that, the music that is like the score that is behind a certain scene in a movie, it's going to completely change how you view this. How you view the scene, you know? Yeah, I don't like that particular thing. I feel like he should just been in no kind of extra, what are they called? Extra filters and just extra bits and pieces. Just put the information out there. Boom, boom, boom. Don't force a narrative through creepy music and stuff like that. I don't know, just let people have their own opinion on things without doing a slight... It's like a psychological thing. I don't want to get into that fucking, you know... Yeah, I don't really like it.
Fox is a predator who abuses his kids. And I was like, okay, I guess that's what these people do. For the record, I was not even present while this was happening. But you could say we were all responsible for spreading rumors about Night Talks. But of course, when I start getting canceled, they reached out to Jim and pinned all of these rumors on me. My statement on the Mamamax video just released today by Nicholas Diorio, where I explained for the first time what Max did to me. I'm grateful to Nexpo, Ordinary Gamers, and others who listened. I'm grateful to you. Night Talks will return soon. I know people have been wondering where I went and why I fell off so abruptly. My comment section is full of questions. The truth is that over a 3 to 4 year time span, I experienced one traumatic event after another. I was suffering from severe depression, then I went through a messy, identity-shattering divorce. The woman I loved and knew me better than anyone rejected me. I lost my job, facing more rejection about my ability to do what I was hired to do professionally. My grandmother died, my house flooded during the big Texas freeze, and since I no longer had a job, I was on a mortgage payment deferment, which meant I believed I didn't have home insurance, so I wasn't able to repair the damage, and my house became a depressing mess, falling into disrepair with a concrete slab for a floor. My house...
Somebody, what did I miss? Honestly, not really that much. He's just... I don't... Muta and Bojangles were making rumors, but then everyone was making rumors, and I don't get it. I don't get it. Nintendo Mail, you clocked my yawn. You really did. Listen, it's just turned 1 o'clock in the morning. I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. What the fuck? And I've still got so long of this to go. This Night Docs and Next Post segment is so long. So long, man. Fuck.
House then caught fire during a live stream. On top of all this, some of my closest friends who I thought knew me well completely rejected me and cut me off. So this is true. We all cut him off. There were multiple reasons for why this happened. Some I already explained, and there's others I probably don't even know about.
When I lost all my friends, I just went away from YouTube and all that. Like, I just lost all of my self-esteem. I just felt like I was, like, irredeemable. There was something wrong with me that nobody would ever want to be around me, and I had no idea what it was that I did, but I was like, I'm obviously just a piece of shit.
So you'd say this impacted your career, I guess?
Absolutely, it impacted my career. I completely fell off.
And while I was given an explanation, it didn't make any sense to me. Then I found out that Max, who I had opened my home to and allowed to live rent-free just so I could have a friend nearby to help alleviate the loneliness and isolation I was feeling, had gone behind my back and spread false allegations of the worst sort about me to my closest friends and didn't even have the courage to tell me. Worst of all, I could not defend myself because not only did I not even know my character had been completely assassinated, he had so much credibility both publicly and privately that I didn't stand a chance of being believed, even if I knew about what he had said. I simply wasn't strong enough anymore.
His allegations against...
Bro was going through some shit. You know, bro was fully going through some shit. Like, it's not an excuse, but my dude was having some problems. Somebody said, I don't care about Muta being Weasley to Max. He's so scummy that he deserved it. Freezer said, the more the video continues, you see that they were all kind of scummy. But him weaseling Tommy and that Neon said him weaseling and Tommy. Him weaseling Tommy and some of the others was the scummiest move. I haven't got on to any mention about Tommy yet, so I'm interested about that. You know, this... Oh, Muta. I mean, yeah, like, listen, they so far they all seem like scumbags, but at the same time, they're all... The thing is, they're all bitching about each other. Listen, friends kind of do that at the end of the day. Maybe not to, like, the extent of making, like, allegations and stuff like that, but it seems like everyone was so fucking unsure that they didn't want to make, like, a huge thing of it. You know? I don't know. I'm still very, like, what is happening? Like, okay, there's backstabbing and stuff like that, but, Neon said, yeah, I was tired. This video just blurred together. It was going till 8 AM for me, and I assume Reese when Core covered it. I saw Core go live about it just as I was going to sleep, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this now. I'm fully not dealing with this now. I did watch that's someone else, someone else's coverage I watched of this. I ended up watching a little bit of Himpleton's coverage, because I saw that he was mentioned in this, and kind of has a tiny little section, which is kind of funny to me. Like, I'm fine with Himpleton. I'm fine with him. Like, he's a retarded spurg, and that's not like a bad thing in this area of the woods, is it? Like, so that is someone else who I ended up watching for a short while last night when this all kind of started. Yeah, Neon said it's funny to me how many people have cameos. Like, for real. Like, the first time that I watched one of the clips from it, I can't remember whose coverage I was watching or if it was the Spencer bit that I ended up watching, but I saw a very, very brief pop-up of the broadcast. Like, I saw, you know, the little icons there. I think it was Eva. I think it was Eva Drew, with like everyone's little like iconic little faces that they would use as their face icons. I'm sure one of those popped up and I instantly recognized it. Oh my god. Chat. I just got a notification. Mutahar is going live. Or is live. He's live. What is he? See the. So much stuff is happening right now. Interesting.
Whoa. Sorry if I yell into the microphone sometimes.
Oh man. Oh man. Is he gonna talk about this? Is he gonna talk about Mamamax stuff? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I'll carry on going on for a little bit, and then I'll check back in to the Muta stream and see where he's at. Interesting. Interesting, chat. Okay. Somebody said Muta vs. Max 2, Electric Boogaloo. Exactly.
To me range from I'm a neglectful parent to I am a creep, that I'm a pedophile. Essentially, the one that I was most bothered by really was when he was calling me a pedophile. He wasn't saying it publicly. None of the allegations he had against me were said publicly. He was doing it all behind the scenes with the people that I was closest to.
The truth is that we were all doing this behind the scenes, but it seems no one else wants to take accountability for it, among some of the many other things they don't want to take any accountability for. But don't worry, we will get to them later. And as you will soon see, their noses are not clean. By this time, I'd completely run out of money and knew it was too dangerous for me to live alone. So I moved in with my parents, further eroding my self-esteem. My father and brother and I spent months repairing the damage from the flood and the fire and sold my house. I had what seemed to be undeniable empirical evidence that I was a toxic piece of shit that people were better off without. With nothing left to live for and no visible path to an existence worth enduring, I came within hours of doing something very stupid and very permanent. I had a plan, a place, and had made up my mind. I planned on leaving no notes, because at this point I felt like I was so worthless that it wasn't even worth explaining anything. And then my daughter saved me. The image of their faces too young to understand and so unconditionally loving, it wasn't fair. My parents checked me into a mental health facility that evening where I stayed for over a week and a half. So I do feel really bad for Jim, and I can empathize with what he was going through, considering I'm going through pretty much the exact same thing that these same people are claiming I orchestrated. Pretty interesting, huh?
That's why he brought that up. Okay. I was wondering where he was going to go with that little paragraph. Oh, fuck.
Until only last week, when Nexpo called me to tell me what Max had done to me behind the scenes. I really believed everything that had happened to me was deserved. I'm just now starting to put my life back together. So for any of you that just missed that, NightDocs just revealed that all of this is stemming from a call with Nexpo.
What Ryan initially told me, that him calling me a pedo or whatever, Ryan told me the story that he basically brought me up out of the blue.
So regarding Jim, there were two specific stories that Max really harped on when it came to NightDocs, at least whenever we had our little, I guess, falling out. So Max was convinced that Jim was this pedophile creep, and he backed up this claim with, firstly, a story about an inappropriate conversation that he claimed Jim had with a minor. As it turned out, this person was not a minor at all. They had told Jim their age at one point, which I believe was like 25 or so. I'm not entirely sure, but that's that whole story that Max always referred to back whenever he would call Jim a predator. There was another story that led to more of Max believing Jim to be, I guess, a creep, and it involved one trip to a restaurant that he and Jim had way back when Max was living with Jim. Apparently Jim was, making moves on the waitress and, continuously hitting on her, and he just wouldn't stop, and it made this, I guess, situation, or this dinner that they were at, very tense and awkward. Basically, every single time that I was with Max during the time when we had our, I guess, falling out, I guess you could call it, Max would perpetuate this narrative that Jim was this creep, and he would always refer back to these two stories. And I guess I just never really vetted them because Max kind of planted this idea in my head that, oh my god, we're associated with Jim, we have to cut Jim, we cannot be associated with someone like this, he's a pedo, he's a creep, he's all of these things, and we just can't associate with this guy. And in hindsight, it's silly.
Right now, your bullshit detectors are probably going off like crazy because this story makes absolutely no sense.
You're right, Nick. My bullshit detector is going off like crazy. So...
Sorry.
Because this story makes absolutely no sense.
I'm
You're
sorry.
right, Nick.
That is shady boots. Shady boots, but fair enough. Completely fair enough. Somebody, in other words, YouTubers can't be trusted. Exactly. No shit. Water is fucking wet.
My bullshit detector is going off like crazy. So Mudahar made two claims that he literally admits he did not hear from me, that Jim is a bad dad who sleeps all day, and that there's a Discord video of him unzipping his pants to a minor, which is completely different from the two claims Ryan is making, which is that Jim was having an inappropriate...
I need a timeline for dummies, like a rundown of fucking the dates and time, the dates and like who each allegation was made by and shit like that. Like that's how that would easily be like processing in my mind. This is difficult to get into my head. Okay, Huggy, hello Huggy. I hope you're doing well. Damn, Mamamax dropping. It's like the Kendrick and Drake beef all over again. Well, listen. What I don't even know if I can. I don't know who's a pedo. I don't know who's not a pedo. I don't know who's a minor and who's not a minor. I just words. That's the the literal Bo Burnham song. Words. Maybe I'll close out on that. Fucking hell.
Conversation with a 25-year-old adult.
It's not even Cinco de Mayo. Literally, that's technically tomorrow for me because it's 1 a.m. on the 4th of fucking May at the minute. So let's go.
That apparently I claimed was a minor, and then that Jim is flirting with a waitress. And their response to these supposed claims is not to investigate it any further. It's just to disassociate from Jim, even though they knew Jim longer than they knew me. They just blindly believed these claims I supposedly made that, again, Mudahar admits I did not make. And, okay, yeah, Nick, you're right. These stories don't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Pretty funny, then, that you made an entire video, your crowning achievement, based on these unsubstantiated claims. Good job, buddy.
Hey, what the video is just kind of like a talking to the people involved and like a little dive into more the kind of the background stuff. I haven't watched that video since it came out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, like I said, I should have done like a retrospective type of thing before this video here, but I didn't want too much Mamamax. This is already enough. Already, I'm 26 minutes in, and this is already enough. Okay, let's flick back to Muta. See what he's talking about. The Muta check-in.
Like when you're
Oh.
streaming, it's probably one of the reasons why I don't really like streaming, is you can say some really out-of-pocket shit that people will just hang on to for like fucking years. I would not say that's a pretty serious claim, okay? I have a co-investigator, Carl Jopps, who recently went through shit for out-of-pocket statements. My god, the beard is growing back and he's looking like a person again. Thanks, man.
Okay. That doesn't seem like anything interesting yet.
I have a good therapist. My daughters love me with a childlike innocence that heals with every hug and kiss on the cheek. They know that daddy is sad but are too young to understand. But they truly saved my life by simply being who they are, and the thought of them dealing with the fact that their father wouldn't be around for birthdays, graduations, weddings, all of the boy problems, it kept me alive. If not for myself, for them. I recommend watching Nicholas Diorio's latest video, linked below, talking about what Max has done broadly. You'll hear me speak on the record for the first time about all of this. So just by looking at the thumbnail, I can immediately tell that Nicholas Diorio is going to be as honest and objective as possible. By giving me additional hair and enhancing the shadows on my forehead to make me look as creepy as possible.
Motherfucker. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? The photo of Max on the can't do my left and right today, on the right, it actually kinda looks better than the one on the left. The one on the left, it looks like he's actually like on ketamine or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? It looks like he's like ready to, like, end game. But at least on the fucking one on the right, he's got more colour in his face. He's not as pale and pasty. He's got more luscious hair. I don't think the hair looks fucking crazy. It's kind of what my hair looks like when I don't have it all long and shit, like, and down, and when I actually style my hair. I kind of look like that, I'm not even gonna lie. Are we really gonna talk about the fucking shading on the face? So what? So what? So what? Get a life, get a grip. It doesn't. This is like a minimal fucking thing. This is a minimal thing, okay? And listen, like I said, on the right, at least you've got some colour in your skin. At least it looks like you've at least been outside for a little while. I don't know.
It's
Am
not
I
like
wrong?
this is an example of visual manipulation.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Or am I just retarded? Please tell me.
And enhancing the shadows on my forehead to make me look as creepy as possible. It's not like this is an
Sorry, one more time. Even his eyes are brighter. You know, like, his eyes are brighter. It's filtered, obviously. It's Photoshop, obviously. But it's brighter. It's a better photo, in my opinion.
by giving me additional hair and enhancing the shadows on my forehead to make me look as creepy as possible. It's not like this is an example of visual manipulation and deceptive framing to influence the perception of the audience that all of these drama tubers are known to use. It's clearly an accurate.
So it's you and the background music with the fucking creepy background music and the fucking... Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Representation of empirical truth and reality, especially given that Nicholas Diorio originally had no criticism when I first showed him the Charlie video, and then once he saw the backlash, he changed his mind to have a few light criticisms. And then after Mudahar recruited him to be his lapdog in the defamation campaign, he took a complete 180 and did everything in his power to make me look as horrible as possible, literally creating a video called "This Video Will Make You Hate Mamamax." It's not like he lied to my face saying he's going to keep everything between us and then subsequently leaking our DMs and private conversations, without our consent, by the way, to get a head start on the narrative so that way I can't respond without everyone immediately think I'm lying.
Yeah, the leaking DMs thing, that is typical, isn't it? Come on. Again, like, it's the... I go into the mindset of, like, don't be DMing shit that you don't want... that you're not okay with to be public. I don't know, especially, like, a YouTuber... Two YouTubers, like, one of them in drama, the other trying to get some information. I'm not gonna lie, like... I would kind of expect some of that to be leaked. I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that is the thing that happens.
Lying about everything. Jim, I'm glad you got a platform to speak your truth that was worm-tongued into you by Ryan, who no longer wanted to be associated with his best friend that was getting canceled. Yet the survivors and I have yet to be platformed by any of these people, some of which outright denied us a platform, despite the fact that we are direct sources of information.
Wait, is he saying that, like... Yeah, Nick's saying no. Because he was URR. The thing is, I'm not, like, the biggest fan of Nick, but listen, he is the optics guy. He's known as the optics guy. Why would he do a show about someone getting raped on his show where he also plays URR, and then expect someone like Max to not take that with the same humor that Nick is putting out? I don't know.
Any of these people, some of which outright denied us a platform, despite the...
That's I know that's, like, my phrase tonight, I don't know, but that's what I feel like towards this whole thing. That is just the definition of this entire thing for me. Just, I don't know what the fuck is going on, just apart from, so far, snakes, and not this kind of snake. Not this kind of noodle down here, which, where the fuck is he? Okay, he's having a nap. He's having a nap, but he's in there. Not that kind of snake. Okay?
The fact that we are direct sources of information for our side of the story. It's almost like this was an orchestrated attempt to keep us silent and only platform each other. What? No, that's not an echo chamber. That's a beacon of truth.
Oh. Oh. Okay. So... Okay, he's calling Nick an echo chamber, right? He's spoken to quite a lot of people here. I mean, obviously, there's, like... But there's, well, this is like if I could get rid of the subtitles, isn't he literally just saying like these are the creators that were featured? That's not. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
No, that's not an echo chamber.
And
That's a beacon of truth. And then anyone that was
So
asking
many-
critical questions.
I saw a few a few recognizable names pop up. Obviously, we got Siley here. I saw Boblax pop up, and I saw fucking Now Recording pop up. Damn, bitch. The commentary community's like, Max is attempting to kneel on the commentary community, man. Damn. Okay.
Questions of them or showing support to me or the survivors were getting doxxed and harassed for having a different opinion than what cancel culture would allow for. So yeah, that's really great, Jim.
Right.
And then anyone that was asking critical questions of them or showing support to me or the survivors were getting doxxed and harassed for having...
Is he saying that Xylee is doxing and harassing him?
a different opinion than what cancel...
Huh? And, okay, so this person saying...
culture would allow...
Fuck's sake. This person, Lavender System. I was literally in the stream. You were rude, ignorant, triggering survivors, and beyond Argent? 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 I'm English, but I can't fucking speak it. By asking a question and then refusing to let him reply, you only wanted to yell at him and not listen. That was, I'm guessing, about the call where Max ended up going live and Xylee ended up calling in. I think that was it. But I don't know, if you're having a live stream and you're having people calling in to like discuss what is going on and like talk about like the opposite opinion of what's going on, you're gonna expect some backlash, right? And I would expect you to be able to, I don't know, if you're going on a live stream to talk about your trauma, then try to be able to handle your trauma. You know, there's a reason why I don't talk about certain things. There's a reason why I haven't been on the internet as much because of certain things. That is just my responsibility to not get triggered over things. It's not fucking creative. Like, I can just click off. Or, you know, whoever was in the room with Max at the time, just leave the room. Or even just... Simple as that. I don't know! Maybe I'm being a cunt. Maybe I'm a cunt. Maybe I'm going to be featured in the next fucking Mamamax video. Fucking hell.
Me or the survivors were getting doxxed and harassed for having a different opinion than what cancel culture would allow for. So yeah, that's really great, Jim. What he did to me pales in comparison to the damage he has caused to the women he allegedly...
Okay, so I thought maybe he was going to, like, go over a different tweet and maybe show, like, an example of... Not an example of a dots, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, censored something or whatever. But it was just one tweet thread of Xylee. I know obviously Xylee has been very much in the hot seat in the minute, but I do not, like with like the local live stuff, I don't see what she was doing wrong in that instance. You know, I don't get it.
Abused and the victims of CSA that he's failed through his own narcissism and unchecked megalomania. I and my friends that you destroyed are moving on. The damage is done, but the healing has begun. Out of the darkness, we can all find light. Jim.
Okay.
So, you all may be wondering, do I have any proof to my side of the story? You know, I really wish that was something you guys would ask of them. They have failed to provide any evidence that I did all of this, and yet everyone believes them. And now the burden of proof is on me that I did not do these things, which is actually impossible. How do you prove you did not do something? But I will show you what I do have. So this is my Discord correspondence with Ryan. He deleted all of his messages. I think because he knew I was going to expose him one day. There were many times he would...
Okay, can people stop deleting their messages? Like, can people please stop deleting their messages? It would be really great to have, like, at least some kind of context. Hey, listen! You don't have to. You can, if you want to get rid of some like spicy chats or something like that you're having with some fucking someone, maybe you can delete those. You can't guarantee they're not going to be screenshot. But just keep the rest. Keep the context.
Talk shit about Jim. Even videos where he would make fun of Jim. He deleted all of them. But I mean, feel
Okay, motherfucker. I know that I was gonna like be pausing for some DMs and stuff like that, but I ain't pausing for every single one of these fucking frames. Like,
free to read
I'm not
through my own message.
like.
Messages. I looked up to Ryan like he was my older brother and always came to him for advice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want y'all to know that, since it contradicts his disavowing of me. Unfortunately for Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly vibe with the fact that he deleted all of his messages, but you know that's a bit of an L on Nexpo's part, I guess.
You cannot delete messages from group chats that you've already left. Sorry, Nick, but you're gonna get caught in the crossfire. You can blame Muda and Ryan for making me do this. So I believe this was regarding Creator Clash. LOL.
See, the fucking... Is this Mario Sunshine music? Because that's what this motherfucker's using in the background. Fucking Mario Sunshine music. Jesus Christ.
Do you not want to go? I thought that was for the call tomorrow. Is that what I said, idiot? You just fucking laughed, loser. I laugh at your lack of intelligence. You know who lacks intelligence? James, I'm gonna groom the shit out of you, Bagel, with Nightcock's media. Nightcock's banned a girl that we knew. He found out she was taken. So Ryan is implying that Jim only wanted single girls in his Discord server. Stop. Bro, what is the context behind this? No one knows. What the fuck, lol? The Jim lore is always expanding, I swear. Can't wait for his redemption arc. Jim when Kitten logs into Discord. Is this Jim?
Listen, if you searched up certain people's names in certain commentary hell discords, certain Spurg's names, it's gonna basically look exactly like this. Gonna be real, it's gonna look pretty similar to this. Like, people fucking throw shade and throw jokes and throw fucking shit at each other behind the scenes all the time. All the time. I've seen it myself, bitch. Like,
Is this Jim?
Hi everyone, so I just wanted to hop on here real quick and tell you that I am actually breaking up with Jason.
No.
What do you mean no?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Jason.
Would you guys still be down to do part of the iceberg? I'm gonna pick it up next month after I get a few more vids done. I heard Night Dix is down for the part with young girls. Go suck his cock? Yes, that's all I do, to be honest. VidCon? Fell off? Huh? The fuck? I'm sick of you guys treating me like shit. Gonna start a new friend group with Jim. He made both of you, to be honest.
Oh, fucking hell, that's weird. For some reason, my chat wasn't updating until literally just now. Oh my god. So, Neon June, my golden rule, speak like you're being recorded in VC and DM thinking it always leak. Exactly. And this is the Mario World music. This is the Bowser battle in Super Mario World. I knew it was fucking Mario. I knew it. Oh my fucking god! I just chased that Twitter thread down. It's from the Mamamax said to use ChatGPT as a lawyer. I'm assuming that was about the person that Xylee was replying to on Twitter. I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Dude, you fell off. Damn it, is that a Jim moment? Bro, did you collab with him Pagel of NightDoc? Famous Webby-nominated YouTuber? Yeah, it was a NightDoc's media production. He really went to bat for me this time. That's deep. Want to hear something even more deep and heartbreaking? When I'm with you guys, I feel like I'm the low man on the totem pole. Bro, are you serious, dude? Come on, man. Shit, I feel bad, dude. If it makes you feel better, man, your content's trash and you fell off. But dude, you shouldn't feel that way. Honestly, man, I do. I know my content is far superior, but it's just the algorithm, man. Dude, just keep trying, bro. Maybe you'll hit the algorithm in 2047. LOL. Pathetic. Yo, what the fuck? How the fuck are you two going to turn me into a gym like this? Yo, what the fuck? So just for context, this is...
Okay, people bitching about each other. Okay, I don't want to keep on saying the same thing over and over again, but that is literally all that this fucking is. This is all that this fucking is. Neon Children, so want to talk about dishonest production? Exactly, with the fucking music.
This is a group chat. Link invited Ryan and Jim too, and Ryan would often make fun of Jim for wanting to go to events that we were invited to. Let's play a game. Spot the Jim. Lamau. You inconvenience me, consistently. In other words, when we make a podcast. You tell me, slut. Whenever you're ready, we brainstorm names. We include Nick and Jim. Fuck no. Ha 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 ha. Can't have me without Jim. Podcast when? Finally got a name. The Night Docs Media Podcast, a subsidiary of Night Docs Media Incorporated, LLC, 2022. Fuck both of you seeing Night Docs Media live. Got any friends that might want random shit from my place? I got the couches, two...
See, listen. Okay, I'm gonna be real, right? All of this behavior, it sounds like bitchy teenage girl behavior. Like, when I was like a teenager, me and my buddies, if we fell out with someone, we would make little references and stuff like that, being like, this person, blah, 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 and, you know, we would just make little shady comments, you know. But again, that's like teenage girl shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up, though. But again, this is just harmless shit talking. I don't understand. It's just shit talking. It's just shit talking, man.
2 beds, a lazy boy chair, 2 desks, office chair, 2 dressers, shelves.
I mean, this just shows that everyone is just shit talking each other. Like, cool.
Etc. Jim, I believe this was right after Jim's house caught fire, by the way. Write that shit down, that's the funniest thing you've ever said. I hope you continue to use it for years to come. I'm sorry I let you down. Lamau, bro, what is the context behind this? Random DM last night. He's with Oki right now. Oki was asking me about Jim when we met him in LA. WTF, wait.
I'm calling in. Ah, shit. Why am I in trouble? Come on then, motherfucker. Come on then, motherfucker. What have I done? What did the British man do? I think he should have perms to jump in straight away. He should be able to. Oh, shit.
You're in trouble now.
What did I do? What did I do?
Well, do you not understand what the point Max is making?
Everyone's shit-talking each other.
No, the point is that Nexpo went on multiple videos, streams, lyrics, nicks, and tried to paint the picture that it was only Max. So what the point that Max is making is that Nexpo was doing it more than anyone, but threw Max under the bus anyway for internet points and brownie points.
I did not know that he'd gone on multiple podcasts. I did not know that.
He was in the second Nick video, saying that, oh yeah, Max was convincing everyone that Jim was a pedophile and Jim was this, Jim was that. No, it was Nexpo all along. That's what Max is proving in this section.
Okay then. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of shit. I mean, is there a possibility that I haven't seen Max that much pop up in these DMs shit talking? I must say that.
Because Max didn't do it as much as what
the others were.
Yes, and that was the narrative that Ryan, which is Nexpo, was going around saying that it wasn't Muda who was doing it in real life. Fucking snake F slur. It wasn't Nexpo. It wasn't Nexpo. It wasn't anyone else. It was just Max making all these shit talks and etc. And what the point of this part is that no, it was actually all you motherfuckers. Even Max says he joined in, sure, but he wasn't joining in as much as Max is a slur. Max is many slurs, but not as bad as what.
Not as the others.
They tried to pin him out. Yes.
Okay then.
And I can't wait for you to get to the Muda part. Muda is a fucking snake bitch, bro. And Joe Jangles needs to get questioned. Joe Jangles needs to get fucking questioned to high hell.
Oh, I'm so here for that. How much have I got until the? Okay, we're about halfway through the Night Docs and Expo part, and then awesome. Do you know, I'm kind of like, I feel like because I'm tired, I feel like I'm missing parts, but I want to get to it, and I just don't want to miss anything. Because obviously I've already missed fucking points, obviously.
Yeah, you missed the main point that he was
Yeah,
talking about.
I
You know about
know.
the Tommy part? Dude, the Tommy part is so amazing, dude.
When's that
Dude,
come
the
up?
Tommy's dude, it's gonna be within the Muda part. Bro, he snakes the fuck out of Tommy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
amazing. It's amazing that this was like fuck it. I hate Max. Max again, multiple slurs.
Yeah.
Fuck Muda.
Oh man. So obviously you've watched this whole fucking thing. What do you, without giving me too many spoilers, what do you think of this video?
I think it's I do think it's more of a yap video, but it does prove a lot of points that make Nick's video very questionable.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that we're taking out of context. And with the context, it makes a certain narrative of Mamamax lying look pretty questionable in the public eye. Because there's a large part of context that was never added anywhere.
Okay. And
Muda buried himself. Muda, dude, he needs to get deported from his country.
Yeah, he literally just moved into America as well, didn't he?
Yeah, get that fucker out! Get out!
He's one of you now.
Nah, we don't accept him.
Oh my fucking god.
Also, Max is trying to be too edgy. All these motherfuckers are too edgy. I don't care.
Yeah, behind the scenes, all of these motherfuckers are gonna be edgy.
The Spencer part, bro.
I did watch that part earlier. I did watch that part, and that's the only like full-blown chunk.
The only part of the video I skipped, the only part because I didn't give a fuck, is the personal questions. I don't give a fuck.
It started kind of like
I swam in the fucking swimming pool. I don't care.
Oh, is it really pathetic like those kind of questions?
It was personal questions. I don't give a fuck about it. But then the ending was pretty upsetting. It's pretty sad. It's not like upsetting, like angry, but it's kind of sad.
Oh.
Spencer be abusing dogs, dude.
Wait, who? What was that?
Spencer be abusing dogs, bro.
Oh.
And sending cease and desists against Max.
Oh shit, bitch! Oh my god! Listen, do you want to stick around and watch this again?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I wanted to correct something that you were not correct, because you were obviously confused on what was happening. Saying what Max is proving is that all these motherfuckers that went on Nick's second video to go, it was Max all along, are all bullshit liars. Mudahar, bullshit liar. He was probably doing it more than Nexpo, but what we have proved is that Nexpo was doing all of it. He wanted to blackball Jim. He wanted to propagate allegations against Jim. It was all Nexpo. So him going on Lyric's stream and acting all innocent, like he didn't know what was going on with Jim, bullshit. He was the one perpetuating it. Max even says that he has a fault in this, but not as big as everyone else.
Yeah. Well, dude,
Nick's second video just looks stupid. Nick's second video unironically looks retarded. Nicholas Diorio should take down the second video because all of it's debunked.
Well, is it that bad? It's
that bad because Nick goes over all the Night Doc shit. And it's Mudahar and Nexpo acting like victims, like it was Max all along.
Oh god, okay. Neon Treon in chat said, with everything that comes out, it makes me wonder if Oompa, Nuxtaku, and
fuck Oompa! Dude, that guy's a pussy! That guy's a fucking pussy! Dude, he made a video, he made the fucking content cop reaction video, being pro fucking Ian, gets pushed slightly, takes down the video and privates it like a pussy.
Oh, what? Okay, bitch. That's bitch-ass behavior.
Nuxtaku loves him fucking young because he's a lolicon pedophile, and Mudahar watched the same shit with Nux.
Hey, I'm trying to find my fucking.
Even Max even said these are better friends. Exactly. See, but Fuck all these people. Nicholas Diorio should take down the second video. Like after watching this, and you go back to watch the Nick video, and you see all the things Mudahar and fucking like Nexpo were saying, it's just fucking ironic.
Bitch. Okay.
Oompa was in that call. Oompaville loves fucking children too.
Jesus.
If you're in a call watching animated CP, you're a pedophile. I don't give a fuck.
Well, see this. Oh, I need my fucking bag.
If you're in a call like going, yeah, dude, that child. Damn, I have no reaction. You're still in that call. Fuck
You're
you.
Complicit with it. You're still complicit at the end of the day.
Yeah, Oopaville got
shit.
nothing. It was fucking Mudahar that like tanked himself because he like did some like major Spurg fest to like hide his involvement with Nux.
Dude.
Nux is he's a VTuber, so it makes a lot of sense.
Damn, you taking more shots. You come in here, cause chaos, and fuck off. That's what you do, and I'm here.
I have to cause chaos. So Nick, I just want to Nick had to take down that video. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that second video. You should watch it on your off time.
Yeah.
I want you to watch the second Nick video and then rewatch this entire 2 sections and tell me that he should take it down.
Okay.
These two motherfuckers. Fuck Muda. Mudahar's live right now, and he's not even addressing the video. He's addressing iDubbbz, bro.
Still nothing.
What a fucking pussy! Address the video. Address it, pussy.
Holy shit! I thought he was going live to. I thought he was going live to talk about this stuff, but like, what?
I have been saying for a year now why didn't Oompa get pushback? Because Oompa didn't get pushback because he didn't do the fucking Spurg Fest that Mudahar did. So he kept his fucking mouth shut, didn't get involved, didn't make a fucking video on Nuxtaku, taking it down 6 hours later. Okay, Oompaville got scot-free because he didn't do the Spurg shit. Okay,
stay quiet.
He did. Yeah, he did. He had a big brain moment. Like, man, if I like comment on any of this, I look horrible. I am really horrible. I just watched fucking Lolicon. I like children. Okay, that's him.
Ah, man. What is up with this whole like friend group section? Like, are they all fucking degenerates? All of them fucking degenerates and like all retarded and fucking.
Yeah, Mudahar's down. Again, everyone that went after Carl Jobst is down. Dude, Billy W. I don't even give a fuck. Billy W, dude. Billy Mitchell. To be honest, hot take, I don't give a fuck that he cheated in Donkey Kong. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
It's just a fucking game, right?
Yeah, dude, you cheated in a video game. Yeah, so did everyone else on like Call of Duty. Who gives a fuck?
All of us did. All of us have cheated at least one game. Fuck.
I went out, dude. Before Flash games went down, like the Flash Adobe went down, I was on fucking hackedflashgames.com, playing fucking hacked Flash games.
Yes, you know.
I'm on the same tier as Billy Mitchell. Okay.
Let's get sued, bitch.
Minda, you never called me to talk about Bo Blacks. You're fucked.
Oh
no,
no.
No, we had a discussion about Bo Blacks and everything.
Oh, nice, fair. I did go over. Midna, I did go over your little fucking hot dog joint burger thingy that's kind of mind fucked me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That I fully made that a segment because this question has fucked my brain. I don't know.
Did it fucking hamburger style though?
I swear to God. I don't even want to know what a hamburger style fuck is. I don't want to know, motherfucker.
Okay. How do you eat a hamburger?
What do you mean, how do I eat a hamburger? Like a normal person?
Well, in what way do you eat it? I want you to think about this. I want you to really delve deep into your thoughts. I know you're on. No, dude, I was gonna say some really horrible shit.
Fuck it, go on. I don't give a shit no more.
I know you're on HRT and it might be fucking with your mind, but
that's brilliant. I don't even.
How do you eat a hamburger? How do you eat it? How do you eat a hot dog? In what direction do you eat a hot dog?
Well, I don't eat a hot dog like horizontally, if that's what you're asking, with the fucking going like to the side first. I don't do that. I fucking eat the hot dog like it's a phallic object. With but
Interesting. So that's hot dog style. What do you think hamburger style means?
long, but not in the same way that hot dog is long. What is
Interesting.
What are you trying to get at with your interesting?
Writing it down.
Why do you want to know about
taking over?
Why do you want to know about the way that I eat phallic objects, Burn? What are you doing?
Do not do some debate bro shit against me. It's not gonna work.
I can't do that shit. You know me. I can't do that shit.
Hamburger style is the long way. Exactly. That's hamburger style. So you're eating it from the middle.
When I think of you eating it from the middle, I think of the middle of the burger itself, not from the edges. I know that you mean from the middle of the edge, but that just doesn't... I don't know, man. Okay. Burn the hamburger style.
This person did double dose today. Okay, good.
I'm at the end of my dose, actually. I'm due for another one.
It's taking a third.
Dude. That's why I'm so retarded, because I'm due for one of my hormone injections this week. That's why I'm so retarded, I promise. Damn.
Is that how it usually is? No.
Not usually this bad, you gotta give me that.
Burn the Hamburglar. Somebody, you're over. I'm gonna ban you real quick.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I can just imagine you fucking dressing up like the Hamburglar for like one of your fucking birthdays or something as a kid. You're the kind of person who would do that.
I never dressed up. I never even dressed up for Halloween.
What? I love dressing up for Halloween as a fucking kid.
I ain't gay.
Not... Okay, listen, I was one of those cringe-ass fucking kids that my fucking mother bought me one of those terrifying Pikachu, like, full-blown costumes that were just, like, so wrong and that just looked so, like, uncanny valley. And I fully walked around on a Halloween like this one year thinking that I was the fucking shit. Thinking, oh, I'm a fucking Pikachu, I'm the best thing I looked possessed. Maybe I should have not done it.
Found out why they are doing. No.
I've got a little fucking notebook on me at the minute. He's just taking down all the fucking facts.
Yeah, I have a notebook. Yeah, I do.
Somebody said Reese used to dress up as Naruto in high school. Hey, no, I did not. I've never even watched a single episode of Naruto, thank you very much. And I don't actually think I've ever dressed up as any, like, anime character.
Well, Mudahara and Nux did.
Wow.
And they were, they were underage. I'm still surprised. No one, like, until recently, no one really cared about Mudahar, like, openly talking about, like, that dropout hentai that he was watching about fucking high schoolers. But, you know, after he gets exposed as a, you know, snake freak, then everyone cares that he just watched Lolicon on Pornhub.com.
So, do you mean in a separate instant or the same instant with Nux?
Separate instant. He did this. I think it was like 2020, where like someone asked him about like his like porn watch. And he's like, and he went into detail about fucking Dropout. It was just fucking disgusting. And the theme is high schoolers. I wonder what age those people were. Mudahar.
My God, I swear, what is wrong with these fucking degenerates?
Hey, Dojangles married that. Dojangles married that. Club pedophilia. That's her.
I swear, if I found out that my boyfriend was anywhere near that kind of bullshit, that's it. We're getting a divorce before we even got married. I swear.
Exactly. So you're a normal human fucking being.
Bitch, I'd go to the. I don't even. I'm sure.
I would go to the cops.
I was literally about to say. I'm sure I would be able to go to the cops about something like that.
Wait, I only watched 5. Whoa, Nintendo Mail. You watched Dropout for 5 seconds, dude.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. You just got exposed.
Exposed.
I hate you, Nintendo Mail. I fucking hate you.
Damn, savage.
But,
Did he even?
but
Did
thank
he
you for
even
the
wish
birthday
you?
wishes.
I was gonna say, did he even wish you a happy birthday?
He did, but I'm
Okay,
not
good.
gonna accept it. No, I fuck you. I'm not accepting your happy birthday from me.
Damn.
You didn't donate. No.
I donated a Weasley fucking $3.
Exactly. What Sasuke is cool. Isn't Sasuke like underage?
I don't know.
Somebody.
I don't watch any of this kind of stuff.
I watch it. I'm just making shit up at this point. It's anime. It's anime, so I can slander it because I don't like it.
T. There
He's
I am,
33.
I'm a fucking...
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that he's 33? Wait, well, 33 equals 6. Oh, he's 6 years old. Damn.
For fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
But yeah,
reverse,
get to the...
reverse fucking dragon.
We can. Oh wait, yeah, you're almost there to the mood. You're at that halfway point.
Yeah.
Did he? Why I'm saying Joe Jangles needs to get questioned because I think someone put it out in the chat. Hold on. Little Goth Ghost needs to get banned. Exactly. Muda even said he never heard Max call Jim a pedo, but Muda's wife did. What else did Muda's wife have on Mr. Jimmy? How does she know a lot of shit about Mr. Jim that's not from Mamamax?
It's of Muda.
Did you see Dojangles? Dojangles needs to get banned. Dojangle? I don't even know how to spell her stupid ass retarded name.
BOEGJAN. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well, I found it. It's as an E.
Oh.
People were talking about something unconfirmed behind the scenes when it comes to Jim, Night Docs. People said things, shared stories, and none of it was made public, except for, like, everyone. There were things that personally rubbed me the wrong way when it came to Jim that had nothing to do with whether he was a PDF or which he is not. Max, Ryan, Prox, Muda, and I spoke in the interactions we had with Jim while in Houston in 2022, Jan 2022, while hanging out IRL. Well, which that, means that Mudahar was drunk talking shit about Jim. Cool. That confirms that one, buddy.
Okay, yeah.
Before I heard he might be a pedo, and the story from Max, when Max was living with Jim that night, which Ryan was asking, Max all these questions. Interesting. I had other reasons to simply not like him and not interact with him anymore. Before I heard this in the waitress story, which is hitting on a waitress. What a fucking crime. What a crime, bro. Talking to women in a flirtatious way.
I was going to say, that's just a typical man.
It's like pedophile adjacent to talk to a waitress. Muda and I talked to Jim privately in February 2022 to get a clarification on a few issues I had with him, which was apparently Jim was a little flirty with Joe Jangles, and that caused an uproar. As far as I'm concerned, it was done and dusted. Again, specifically on certain things do not be made public. Therefore, you're talking about it publicly, you dumb bitch. Never will be no point. But yeah, I'm gonna make this whole post about it. I hate these people. This is like shit from 3 years ago for me that you guys made about Max last year.
Huh?
She goes, this is like shit from 3 years ago for me. Well, everything about this 3 years ago thing has been used against Max recently. So this whole line doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter 3 years ago. You guys used it recently in a video to take down Max.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't like other people. Sometimes friendships don't work out. When you snake the fuck out of each other, yeah, that's what tends to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you go like, yeah, get Jim out of here. He's a pedo, even though with no evidence.
Yeah, with the no evidence thing, like, that rubs me the wrong way. That really fucking rubs me the wrong way. Like, there was like, I'm not obviously going to get into too many fucking details. But there was an incident in real life thing that happened that like someone was accused of being a fucking pedo, and I was ended up being like, okay, I need to get to the fucking bottom of this. Like, I don't want to talk to this motherfucker, but I need to find out what exactly the context was behind this. And it turned out he'd spoken to someone who was like 18 years old. So I was like, okay, he is literally not a pedo. Like, he is literally not a pedo. Like, he was like 25, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, he's not a fucking pedo. Like, why is everyone fucking... And if I ran with everything that they were saying, I would have, like, completely shat on this fucking dude, because like, if I fucking knew any fucking pedos in real life, I promise you that they would get curb stomped. I'm one of those kind of people. Welcome to the UK, bitch. Like... So I'm fucking glad that I ended up fucking looking into that kind of shit. But you have to look into those type of serious allegations. You can't just fucking run with it, because it will ruin people's lives. It really will.
Yeah.
Sorry, fucking hell. But yeah, fucking...
Have fun with this entire video.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to bed now.
I appreciate you calling in and fucking making me realise the main point. I appreciate it.
Fuck. Stabs Tommy C in the worst way possible. Tommy C section. I think I don't know how much longer you're gonna stream at. The rest of it. Oh. Hello?
Hello? Am I back? Am I back? Hello?
Yeah. Check your stream.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it's the fucking internet has been dipping, fucking going back and forward. It says that my frames are okay, but my Discord is a little bit laggy at the minute.
Yeah. But
okay.
Have a good stream. Yeah, I want to get going, but yeah, I would end your stream. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go, but I would end your stream after the Mudahar section.
Yeah, I'm kind of like 50-50 whether I even go into the Mudahar section part. I might kind of get a good night's sleep and then have a fresh brain on it maybe tomorrow or something like that. Either way, I'm at least gonna carry on this section, at the very, very least. No, like I said, I appreciate you calling in and fucking slapping me around the head and being like, bitch, get the main point.
Exactly, that's the main point, is that all these people raped Jim and then threw fucking Max under the bus as a cause of it all. When it was everyone else, including Max, it was everyone else doing it the worst way possible.
I got yous. I appreciate yous.
True, thank you. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out.
Go on, have a good one. Peace. Bye. So I have been neglecting chat so fucking much. Midna's been talking about America's not top model, next top model with fucking Neon and I think just Neon actually. But no, Midna, I don't know if you're still here or not, but have a lovely rest of your evening, my darling. Have a lovely rest of your night. Okay, so appreciate Burn for calling in and fucking like I said, slapping me around the head and fucking getting me to the main point. So we shall carry on. Okay. Let's get back into it. We are halfway through the Night Doctor Expo part. Let's go back into the shit.
This is for real? Okay. I told him we parted ways but didn't delve into detail. 100%. It's real. So I'm assuming they talked about it. Did y'all get invited? I believe this was the invite for Lightwave. Yes, going.
Right.
I think Jim might be there. LMFAO, typical. I'll ask. Tell him the fucking deal straight. We don't mesh any more my mans. I'll let them know. Boys, we merch trading at VidCon? What size shirt you wear, bitch, Muda? Large. Gonna make you a walking advertisement like Jim did.
So I'm no longer Nexpo. I'm officially Night Docs. I'm a walking advertisement. So is Max. Hey, do you feel like you're being used, man? Because you're walking ad.
So I believe this was a text message from Nick to Ryan. I was right, man. Jim's making a statement. Shut the fuck up. What we do? Trying to get a coffee or what? So you can see here, Ryan was always very concerned about Jim speaking up. Holy shit, boys. Anyone see Jim's story? Deleted Instagram off my phone. What'd it say? Showed this tweet with a sappy message. Love it when someone decides that not only are they not your friend anymore, but they poison the well for everyone else you were friends with. Sounds familiar. I think I know who he's talking about. I'm telling you, dude, he thinks everything is 100% me. I know it. It is. So I'm half joking here. Clearly, we are all accountable for shit-talking Night Docs. But up until Mudahar was involved, Ryan was the most vocal about Jim. Fuck you.
Okay, yeah.
I need to talk to you, please. Bro, stop. Photoshopped.
So Nick is Nick is unfortunately obviously being thrown onto the bus quite a lot, because now that I got the slap around my head, Nick is involved in quite a lot of these messages. He really is. It's mostly Nexpo, mostly Nick.
LMFAO, you gonna talk to him? No, I don't think I will. So I believe this was during Pick a Side YouTube. Jim was fighting off the commentary channels. You sure do know how to win a man's heart. Always with you, dude. He reached out to me so many fucking times and you said not to reply and that you had him blocked. So I don't remember ever saying this. So a few months before, I asked Ryan if we should block him and he told me yes. So I actually didn't tell him to block Jim. I was just asking if we should. But I didn't want to block Jim because I felt he was owed an explanation from the both of us. But whatever. Now he 100% thinks I'm the one talking shit about him pulling the strings here. I can talk to him about it if you want. Or we can. Or just not say anything more, I don't know. Up to you. That put me in a shitty spot and now I look like a fucking asshole. I'm sorry, man, I didn't even think about that. We should talk to him together then. Shut up. Kill yourself. Why do everyone in Squid Game look the same?
That is a crazy, end of those DMs in particular. That is a crazy fucking end to it. Shut up, kill yourself. Why do everyone in Squid Game look the same? What the fuck kind of messages are those? What? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, now, listen. I now realise why I was getting a little bit confused. I wasn't actually reading the names of the people. I was just looking for some pictures and it was just all kind of blending together on I'm not even got my tube, sorry about that. So now I'm actually looking at it properly. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that noise. I don't know if my microphone's picking it up or not, but Nexpo, you is a silly sausage.
Yeah. Something to note about YouTubers. They spread a lot of rumors, they love to gossip, and they love to appear like they don't. But they most certainly do. Keep in mind, this is only...
Hey, listen, I may not be, a YouTuber, but at least I'll admit, I do love my gossip. Okay? So that's not a lie. People need to acknowledge it more. I love drama. I love stupid fucking... There's a reason that I loved some certain reality TV shows. I love drama. Okay? I love watching people fucking fight and thrash out. I'm here for it. At least I'll admit it.
Only what I have saved. There was a lot more in my DMs with Ryan, and it was much worse in person. It's also pretty interesting that Ryan has privated all of his Cringe Kitchen episodes with me and Jim. And if you go to the ones that are still public, you will notice his audience thinks it's because of my involvement. But all of his videos with me are still public. I think he might be trying to hide some things in those videos that could verify what I am saying.
So actually I'm going to be joined by Mamamax and Night Docs. Let's get some music going!
And Night Docs knows I'm not the type to talk at parties. I'm a pretty quiet guy.
Mamamax and Night Docs do live together. Yeah, he's actually upstairs right now, working on... I think he's working on his next video right now. He'll be standing there, he might not be saying much, and then you hand him a camera, and things just start happening, and it's really cool.
But people who love to get drunk and run their mouths, that is Nexpo and Mudahar. Luckily for Mudahar, I don't have any evidence of him calling Jim a predator. He mostly did that in person when he was drunk, but from my memory, he was very vocal about gossiping, not just about Jim, but pretty much every other creator that thought they were his friend.
Muda is a wonderful, wonderful human being. You guys have, he's exactly like you see.
Ooh, Muda, from the little half spoiler that I got. I'm excited for that. Bit.
On his videos, he's just so full of energy. He's got the quickest wit I've ever seen. It's so hard to keep up. I generally have a lot to say about everything in general, but I got nothing on Muda. Muda's got a really hot take on just about everything.
There's so many YouTubers that can substantiate this, like Nick Crowley.
Nick, what the fuck are we watching?
Bro, I need you to tell me, man.
Max, what are we watching, dude?
Trust me, just watch. Shut up, Nexpo!
I
don't even know what I'm doing here. Get me out of here.
But he's probably going to defend himself and his friends. But that's okay, because there's one witness who is brave enough to speak up today.
Hi, I go by Prox. I'm here to provide a new perspective on the relationship.
So I have never heard of this Prox person before. I don't recognize the name. I don't recognize his face. I'm not entirely sure who he is. Yeah.
Between
So
Max,
we'll see about this.
Ryan, Muda, Nick Crowley, myself, and Jim. Specifically as a witness as it pertains to the allegations from Ryan and Mudahar that Max destroyed Jim's character. Before I get into the main topic, I want to give context on who I am and why my perspective is important. I've been involved with these guys for over 5 years, and I have first-hand experience with many of the people and events I'm going to talk about. Here's a brief rundown of the projects I've been a part of. On April 27th, 2020, I was a part of Ryan's project called Ben Drowns Again. On July 15th, 2021, I was part of Ryan's Walton Files analysis.
But the person filming this can be heard in the background saying the following.
So, on June 24th, 2022, I was a part of Ryan's project, The Darkest Half-Life mod, which you won't find without the Wayback Machine.
A strange temptation awaits him.
I really need to take these pills. This channel used to be called Nexpo After Hours and was publicly available. Uploaded on May 1st, 2022, I was a part of a video with Ryan and Nick called Meeting Dream at 3 a.m.
These guys have history then. So it's not just like a once or twice kind of thing. Like, it seems like these guys actually have quite a decent history together.
Can I shake your hand? Mr. Dream. Oh my god.
This was only a tiny fraction of the stupid shit we'd do at Max's place at the time. On January 18th, 2022, I was in Muda's video titled A Lot Happened This Weekend.
Like Friday night, Ryan came over, Prox, and Max came over, and we just kind of like had a good time.
On July 29th, 2022, I was a part of Muda's video titled The YouTube Disaster You've Never Heard Of. I wish I was never part of this mostly negative video at all.
And shout out to Prox, by the way.
On April 7th, 2021, I was part of Jim's video titled This Video Can Physically Attack You. I've never been a part—
Wait, sorry, do you know, I'm just gonna go back. I really wish Muta would have stopped doing these videos with, like, the most, nondescript titles. Like,
you've never heard of.
YouTube disaster you've never heard of. I wish that, like, if you do want to do a little, like, subtle topic, maybe make it, like, Personally, my little tism head I would put it in like brackets at the end of like what the actual like subject is, because if you're going through someone's channel and all of their videos are kind of like the same kind of like not really detailed titles of like this is the worst person ever, like this is the worst change to happen on you, like I don't really. Let me know a little bit more, please. It doesn't interest me, and it makes it harder to find. That's just me. That's just me and my fucking stupid ass.
I wish I was never part of this mostly negative video at all.
And shout out to Prox, by the way.
On April 7th, 2021, I was part of Jim's video titled, This Video Can Physically Attack You. I've never been a part of any project that was specifically for Nick Crowley, though we did hang out a lot behind the scenes for various other projects, like for Max, Ryan, and etc. And I've helped Max with almost all of his post-2020.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I gave a little bit of a hot take there. I just like it when, I can actually see what the fuck is going on a title.
Content. On July 13th, 2021, I uploaded the video titled Raising Cane's Chicken Is Not What It Seems, documentary, featuring Nexpo, Mamamax, Some Ordinary Gamers, Nick Crowley, Night Docs, and so on. Now that I've established my history with these guys, let me start from the beginning.
Okay.
The story begins for me around August of 2019 when I first met Max. This was shortly after he released his video covering Kanye Quest. Ryan would notice the video and collaborate with Max on the same topic a couple—
That goddamn Kanye Quest video. I remember that. See, I've said it before, like, I used to watch Mamamax before all of the fucking shit that went down. I love me some horror, I love me some scary shit, I love me some true crime as well. All that kind of thing. So I was kind of interested. But now it's just, I grew up. I kind of grew up.
A couple months later. It was around this time, in early 2020, that Max and Ryan would become good friends. Max messaged me about a new collaborative project he was going to be a part of that Nexpo was filming, which wasn't too far from me. I believe it was the night of April 25th that I drove over to Jim's house and met Ryan and Jim for the first time, where we also pranked Max before he showed up.
which question?
How do you feel about the current health crisis in the world?
Yeah.
Filming for this project, which ended up being Ben Drowns Again,
Look it, it's Nexpo. It's Nexpo from YouTube.
was fun and went smoothly. Most of the time. Ryan was arguably taking this project more seriously than anything he's done before. He gathered several creators together to film a real-life storyline of sorts. Therefore, when Jim tried to share ideas with Ryan, on and off set, whether it's an extra scene there, a drone shot there, etc., the response from Ryan ranged from warm reception to downright frustration. Not too long after the project started, Ryan would voice his frustrations to the rest of us, without Jim being present. A good example would be when Jim would fly his drone over the woods decently far away to get some B-roll, before almost entirely losing his drone and panicking about it for the next hour. This was a detour that caused another delay. In retrospect, though, most of what Jim did wasn't like this at all. Jim's a bit of a clumsy guy who makes mistakes. I mean, who doesn't? But overall, I argue that most of what Ryan was complaining about boiled down to Jim's mostly harmless suggestions and criticisms to him, which Ryan...
Neon said, I could not fault you for liking drama either. It's why I love wrestling for so long. Like, I have seen so many people interested in wrestling in this kind of community. I've tried it. I've never been able to get into it. And as well, I've said before that there's a weird like line of like wrestlers and drag performances where London has so many drag wrestling events. Like, not even like one or two sporadically. There's quite a few like drag wrestling events. It's interesting. Maybe I'll go to one day to just check it out. But I love drama. I love drama. I know it's all scripted. I know it's all produced. But I'm still here for it. I'm still here for it. At least, okay, with wrestling, at least you know that it's fake and you know that it's not like trying to be, this is real, this is really what happens. At least they're aware of it. Like, wrestling is camp. I don't care what anyone says. Wrestling is so fucking camp. It's just sweaty dudes doing choreography in skin-tight outfits. Okay, it's scam.
And just couldn't bother to be more patient about, regardless of, again, how much of an asset Jim was to the project. Behind the scenes on this project was the beginning of a long era for Ryan as we knew him personally, one that was fueled by contempt for Jim. You can absolutely bet that Ryan had a list of complaints after every one of these videos, which he of course started to only share with Max and I, since this was a continued outlet for venting his frustrations about working with Jim. You know, forget the fact that Ryan and Jim have a longer history together than any of us. Forget the fact that Jim sourced an important location and actor for the film, along with being one himself. Also, forget the fact that Jim made an entire score just for this video. Despite how useful Jim was to this project, Ryan just wasn't having it. Ryan's lack of consideration for Jim would only get worse from here. After filming for Ben Drowns Again concluded, Neff and his partner went home and it was down to the four of us for the rest of 2020. Max started living with Jim for a few months and we would all continue to regularly collaborate.
Look, dad shirt.
With videos like Strange Flyers around Portland, Oregon, the Randonautica video, the Rabbit Hole video, the Cringe Kitchen episode.
Wait.
Videos like Strange Flyers around Portland, Oregon, the Randonautica video, the Rabbit Hole.
With special appearances by... It's Chris Hansen. I mean, obviously there's Mamamax, there's Dad, there's Nexpo, Justin Wang, Inside a Mind, and Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen, what are you doing there? What are you doing there, bro? What are you doing there? This was, what, four years ago, I think it says? So, 2021... Wasn't that kind of around when all of the drama with him was starting or happening, or... Either way, maybe it'd be fun to do a Chris Hansen retrospective. That's kind of how I got into, like, proper, like, commentary, you know? Fuck's sake, man. Why are all of these people connected in these weird ways? Stop it.
Whole video, the Cringe Kitchen episodes, which all featured Night Dogs at this point.
I know that wasn't the point at all, but still. Portland. I used to live not that far from there, and Portland is a small world. I was in Salem at that point. That's like one place I would really love to go, Salem. For obvious reasons. I'd love to go to, I say it every time, I'd love to go to America. I'd love to, but I don't think I'm able to at the minute. I think there's some certain laws in place that means I'm not going to be able to go to America in certain states. Anyway, we're not here for that kind of conversation. We're here to laugh at the stupidity of this.
I mean, they were literally filmed at his house. And oh yeah, the kids chat video, where all of them, including Muda, collaborated and made their own video. Very interesting. What I was mainly up to around this time was just hanging out with everyone off set. We'd go to restaurants, bars, stuff like that.
Are you enjoying your Coke?
It's a Pepsi. Except for one time at the bar we frequented, Jim...
I'm sorry, what? That was the fakest laugh. Oh, am I that autistic? Or was that actually just not that funny at all? Or was just that not funny in the slightest?
Jim made a surprise, inappropriate comment to me involving our waitress at the time, as he's done on multiple occasions, though this moment was ultimately hard.
Again, the waitress thing has been brought up again, so corroborating, blah blah blah. We get it, this is like corroborating stories and stuff like that. Okay. The Nexpo is a little shit. Is that the best way I can describe him? Little fucker. Not in a good way. But not like cunt. You know, just fucking stupid. Is that what I'm kind of getting? More malicious than the rest, obviously. Like, they're still fucking stupid. Is that it?
Harmless, it did bring up a discussion among the rest of us about this behavior. Max has stories of Jim flirting with waitresses. So does Ryan. So, much later, when Ryan says this...
Another story that led to more of Max believing Jim to be, I guess, a creep, and it involved one trip to a restaurant that he and Jim had way back when Max was living with Jim. Apparently Jim was, making moves on the waitress and, continuously hitting on her, and he just wouldn't stop.
He is insinuating that Max is the only one with stories like this, and that Max was the only one who thought that Jim was acting inappropriate toward waitresses. Already in just this instance of this video, Ryan is either intentionally deceiving everyone by staying vague and manipulating facts, or after all these years, he's just turned into an idiot baby that genuinely forgot everything. However, when 2020 was starting to end and Max moved out of Jim's place, an evolution happened. Instead of complaining about Jim's behavior, why don't we just make fun of him? All the time. A group gossip tradition of sorts, spearheaded by Ryan, since, from what I remember, making fun of Jim would be more than half of the things he's ever said around me.
I'll do another one. I don't mean to be a Jim, but...
No, dude, go ahead. Ryan would come over when Max and I were hanging out at his new apartment, busting in.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of mentions. Sorry, 2 seconds, chat. 2 seconds. Sorry, Okay, I'm done. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. Now I'm done. All is
and saying shit like, "Yo, is this Nightcock's Media production by Jim fucking Pagel? I'm gonna groom the shit out of you. Out of the darkness, we can all find light." Ryan would also make fun of his videos. One example that I remember Ryan religiously making fun of was Jim's new character at the time, Noctis. He made this character because in the rabbit hole video prior, Ryan donned his rabbit persona, and it was clear that this character was in a group with Max and Jim.
Did you say persona? Wait, persona or persona?
Because in the rabbit hole video prior, Ryan donned his rabbit persona, and it was
He did say persona. Dade.
Clear that this character was in a group with Max and Jim. So Jim probably thought, hey, I should make a cool character of my own. However, he was already fighting a losing battle, because the whole character thing was only cool when Ryan and Max did it. He also made fun of this. I
don't play by the rules.
He also made fun of this.
Night Ducks. It's Nexpo. I hope you're doing alright, man. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm a little worried about you.
And so many more.
Bruh.
What am I doing?
The neon persona, but rabbit would be a persona. So when I hear someone say persona, I just think of furries, like a fursuit and everything. You know, not just a rabbit mask. You know, I'm sure I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think I do have any animal-shaped masks or anything. But, like, I don't know, it's just persona's funny to me.
I agree, brother. What are we doing?
You see, Ryan may look like a calm, calculated, and almost mysterious individual on camera. Off camera, however, he's a huge shit talker. He's also very impatient and quite condescending. In fact, just about every conversation I've seen Ryan in, he's always in the center of it with the loudest voice and the funniest jokes. A big ego, only trumped by one other guy I know. Ryan's college jock bro behavior would only be compounded with the introduction of Nick Crowley to the group in March of 2021. Not because Nick was particularly brutal to Jim or anything, he was always very toned back about it compared to what Ryan would spit out daily. And he was a bit late to the Jim lore, but because
So yeah, it seems like Nick's a little bit more fucking, he's more involved than what I thought. I didn't think that Nick had that much to do with this, really, in the slightest. I did, you know, maybe like a little bit here and there, like a mutual kind of, you know, YouTube acquaintance type colleague relationship. I don't think they were actually like buddies, but then also like bitching, like that shit. I don't know.
Because Nick was involved with the boys now, and there's another cool bro in the group, meaning Ryan has another cool bro friend to boast to. Wait, what if we replaced Jim? And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Ryan's been wanting to cut Jim out for a long time, and he took this as the perfect opportunity. As of March 2021, this is the last month I can find collaborations with Jim and the rest of the group. And then there's my video, which appears to be the actual last one, however, it was also filmed in March. It wasn't just some big coincidence that Jim didn't appear in our videos anymore, it was indicative of what was happening behind the scenes. Meanwhile, the rest of us continued with collaborations, hangouts, and all the usual stuff with nothing notable until January of 2022 when we met up with Muda in Houston. This is where I met him and Jen for the first time in person. At this point, Muda was becoming much more involved with the group, or more specifically, Ryan. Nothing too notable, except for Ryan, who wanted me to tell my Jim waitress story to Muda and Jen personally.
Okay, okay, yeah, it's that same.
And by this point, it wasn't uncommon for him to encourage others into talking about their own experiences with Jim. Why? You should ask Ryan. At this point, though, Jim wasn't just gone, he was still trying to keep touch, which we didn't, and he was rightfully upset about this. We took his kindness for granted, we slowly phased him out, and then we dumped him. And the fearless leader of the boys, the ultimate Jim aficionado himself, was happier about this than anyone. If the other guys in the group were forced to tell you the truth, they would tell you something similar. So, that's what happened to Jim. In conclusion, there's a lot more I want to say, but I also wanted to keep this testimony brief. I don't know who exactly spread rumors that Jim is a predator that abuses his kids, because I wasn't at VidCon.
Oh, the Mudahard Dojangles. Okay, wait, how long is this Mudahard section? 56 to 19, like 25 minutes. Fuck it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the Mudahard
2022,
section
where
2.
these rumors started. I can only tell you what I've personally witnessed, which seems to be the opposite of the picture Ryan and Muda want to paint. They pinned this on the one guy who still wanted to maintain contact with Jim at this point. There's something clearly wrong with the mainstream narrative. Based on everything we've just covered, I'll let you be the judge. Jim deserves to know the truth, and he's long overdue for an apology. Jim, I'm deeply sorry for the way I treated you, and how we all treated you. You deserve better friends.
Alright, we're rolling.
Okay, so I'm gonna say go this time.
Well, yeah, it's true. You deserved better friends. Absolutely fucking do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Probably gonna be like past the cars barely, and I'm gonna run slower.
Right.
So it'll be a bit easier to catch up and all that stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Alright, go.
Not the creepy cinematic ending.
I am so sorry all of this happened to you.
Oh.
There's so much more I need to say. I'm down to talk if you're up for it. I miss you, man, and I hope you can walk away from all of this stronger than ever. And no matter how much fire you come under, remember that you're Jim fucking Pagel. Bulletproof.
Okay, listen. Tugging at the heartstrings a little bit there. But at least he's given an apology and is willing to talk it out with him. I don't know what fucking what Jim's gonna end up saying. I don't know if he'll accept that. But I can at least be like, okay, you're giving an apology and I'm gonna talk. Or at least want to talk. Fair enough. Fair. Absolutely fair play. Valid. Hey, at least he's not like running away and like not gonna say anything and not gonna confront. Not confront. That's not the right word. Not gonna like talk to him and ignore everything. You know. I give him props. I do.
So Max, how does it feel to have Leviathans come for you? Not good, I assume. I mean, you did end up being revealed to be a backstabbing manipulator who betrayed his friends and fans. We all know what you did to Night Dogs, Maxi Boy, and we do not forget.
Maxi
I understand
Boy.
why you feel this way, given all the videos you must have watched about me. but I hope hearing my side can show you that the truth is a little more complicated than what YouTubers might make it seem.
Ryan? Sure. So, what do you want to say, man? Fucking love you, dude.
I know. But you know what? I wasn't really expecting Mamamax to talk about the Night Docs and Expo Muta type thing in this. I was only really expecting him to talk about some of the Spencer stuff. I'm surprised he has gone into this. I mean, listen, we're 56 minutes in, and we understand shit-talking, manipulation, unsubstantiated pedo allegations. Okay. It's not a bad look. It's not a bad look at all. But it's not an amazing look. It's not an amazing, but it's decent. I'll give him like a, if I were to rate it out of 10, I'll give him like a kind of 6. That's fair. That's how I kind of feel, you know?
Bye. Bye.
Hey Max, longtime fan here. I was wondering quite a few things, actually. Firstly, what is this story I keep hearing about Night Docs and your allegations against him? If you did tell people he was a predator, then Nicholas Diorio is correct in that this situation means two things. You either protected a predator through years of silence, or you lied, attempting to destroy a YouTuber's career. What actually happened there? I don't think Night Docs is a predator.
Okay.
We've made jokes in our friend group. I wouldn't call it predatory, but I would not call it... I would rather respect his privacy. Secondly, what's with suing your supposed friend Mudahar for $1 million, telling the victim that he's rich and so seeking $1 million would help with the case?
I basically realized that this person wants to effectively sue me for a large chunk of money, okay? An obscene amount of money. Why?
Okay, now we are in the Muta section. We fucking ready, chat, for this? Are we fucking ready for this? I'm expecting some interesting things after what Burn said. I'm definitely expecting some interesting things. Just check up. Still got a decent amount of monster left. I'm gonna get myself some water. I'm gonna get some water. In the meantime, stay there. I apologise for the dead air for the second. So just have some Dan and Phil beats while I'm getting some drink. I just got attacked by this. Fuck! I like this. It's a praying mantis plushie that I got. Speaking of praying mantis, I did end up getting quite a few new pet babies last weekend. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 praying mantises and a scorpion, and obviously Noodle here behind, who is still asleep. Amazing! I'm surprised he is still asleep with me keep on banging against his fucking enclosure. Okay. Right. Let's... Oh, no. I've got frozen water, so I've got to let it melt. Okay. Sorry, I'm fucking better on the floor. Right. Let's fucking get into this section.
Because to me, all this appears is all I ever was to this man was an extremely rich friend who had enough social media clout for him to piggyback his stupid case off of.
My stupid case. So yeah, I thought he was my friend too. Until I saw the things he was doing.
And immediately he initiated sex.
Who's this art by down here? Who's this art by? Is this Squatchen's art? Is this Squatchen's art? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Neon, you can keep some of that. I'm not a snake or scorpion person, but I respect other people's pets. Dude, honestly, this little fucking noodle here, I say he a little noodle, he's like 5.5, 6 foot long. He's a good boy. He's never bitten me. He's always so friendly, and he's so like, he's just so nice. Scorpion, I've only had that motherfucker for a week. My other scorpion did end up stinging me once. It was fine. I didn't die. I'm alive, and it didn't hurt that. I mean, it was a little like, oh, you cunt, fuck up. It wasn't that bad. Honestly, the praying mantises, some of them are actually more aggressive than the fucking scorpion and the snake. Like, there's one at the minute, she's heavily pregnant with eggs, unfertile eggs, and she's fat, and she's really, really, really fucking grumpy. I try and pick her up, and she attacks me. She's aggressive. She's a cunt. That fucking bastard bitch. Fucking... I'm one of those weird animal freaks, okay? Okay, leave me alone.
Okay. At the time,
Oh, okay then. Okay. So, context.
He was doing.
And immediately he initiated
Sexual assault victim
sex.
recounting.
okay. At the time,
Okay. Now, Tommy was the first one who started laughing. White, and there's also Nick and Matt. Charge.
Nick?
What?
Was that? Did he play? Did Nick play? I'm sure Nick put in that clip. Why have we have a URR? Why did Nick... This is the reason why Nick said that he didn't want to cover it on his channel, because he was just going to take the piss out of it and do URR shit. Like... But let me see, by the looks of the little Discord icons lighting up, looks like he was the first one to laugh. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and I could be missing context. I could be missing context.
Just so everyone is clear on this, Mudahar digitally signed a non-disclosure agreement to protect the identities, testimonies, and evidence of the survivors, and was only allowed to release it with their consent. And then he breached that agreement multiple times.
Okay, I just got confirmation. Mudahar just fucking DM'd me.
Especially when there's...
Mudahar just fucking DM'd me, saying that there's not even proof confirming that there's even evidence. I thought he was bullshitting about the NDA. If Mudahar actually did have to sign an NDA to see the information, he broke that NDA with me because he told me in my DMs that it's what the evidence is.
Keep in mind, Mudahar did not talk to any of the survivors when he was leaking this information.
Interesting. Now, from what I can remember, the signing the NDA thing, wasn't that like a completely bullshit, like, bogus, NDA? I could be wrong, but either way, it's not good to leak something that you've done like a NDA for. I'm not sure. Neon, we also don't know when Tommy, Chud, Nick, and Matt were in a VC together. I feel like I've got some memory of this happening. Now, I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. I might be right. I feel like it was in a Chud Logic stream. Because I know that when, like, Chud was talking about the Mamamax stuff quite a lot, Nick call in quite a lot to it, and so would Tommy, because like the time zone was like working. Again, I could be wrong. Don't take that as a gospel, but I think that might be the one.
And he is the very reason why people were not taking the evidence seriously.
Exactly what is the supernatural here? Like, let's just try to understand that.
Oh no, wait, this... I don't know, actually. So this is Max, Muda, and Nick. And then... I think maybe... I don't know, actually. I mean, Nick's pinned a comment here, and it looks like that's his... like, the account owner kind of thing. Shout out Mike the Bike here as well. Shout out Mike the Bike. But I'm not entirely sure.
Did you hear any of the lore?
I can't. When I hear, have you heard the lore? I know that obviously Nick used his fucking dono sound for quite a while, and that's like, when I hear a little phrase so much, it gets kind of ingrained into my brain slightly. So I hear that phrase quite a lot in my brain, and I accidentally say, "Did you hear any of the lore?" I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm sorry. It's like a verbal mimic thing that I have. I do it quite a lot. I mimic noises, and I just like how it rolls off the tongue. Sorry, Spencer, but also I don't think I should be sorry at the same time. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure yet.
But then, after he talks to the survivors, and they walk him through the evidence, now it is all of a sudden one of the most serious of cases.
I'll say with the evidence, like, appears at least, it feels like there's definitely, like, a bad, it's like the worst I can see is somebody taking advantage of people, like, emotionally, sexually, physically. Looking at this whole story and talking to people that were actually affected by it, I think that there was, like, really, there was illegal shit that happened, right? Look, there are real people that I believe have been hurt by this, and for that considering, I am giving my full support as much as I can. Speaking with more of the victims after this call myself, I feel very disgusted hearing any more about the situation and the things that have been alleged to go behind it, which is why I'm doing my due diligence to at least try and help these victims out, but privately, not a public spectacle like Max is doing.
Lil Goth Ghost, I am back, lol. Muta ignored me for the entire time, so meh. Were you in Muda's stream? How is it going over there, if you were? Is he talking about anything of interest?
I think I'm just gonna take the day off today and go to stream with you boys.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to burn you because I've asked you so much already. But
no, man. It's good to work with you. Oh man, this whole thing has been so fucking insane, bro. I'm so glad that call came out. Ever since she made that like post on her Discord, it's like this call will make him look bad. I'm like,
that's why I made the thumbnail, dude. I just wanted that to be the first thing people see.
I literally like the moment I saw that, I was like, dude, I'll just fast track her up and just release this fucking thing myself.
So just to make sure we're all on the same.
He is completely not. Of course.
Page, Mudahar was verifiably defaming me, the survivors, and this case with these public statements he made both before and after signing a non-disclosure agreement.
And I think the NDA stuff is really wild too. It's like, obviously, I think NDAs are like designed to, I feel like it's almost like a way to add some level of credence to this. Like there's some crazy case, like NDAs aren't enforceable in this situation. Like, I mean, I could leak out everything. What's gonna happen? Are you gonna sue me or something?
So what this means is that Mudahar and Nos signed an NDA under false pretenses with the intention to release information without the consent of the survivors.
But you're going publicly and saying that to everybody else when you haven't spoken to the others. I'm just trying to understand, why would you do that without talking to us?
Which can fall under breach of contract, defamation, negligence, and since this does pertain to a criminal investigation, it could also fall under tampering with evidence, obstruction of justice, and contempt of court. I've actually been speaking with multiple legal professionals who all seem to think we have a very solid case. And given what's happened with Karl Jobst recently, I'm pretty confident that we could sue Mudahar for a lot more than $1 million, given the amount of damage he has caused.
If you make a serious fuck up like that, I think not.
Well, wouldn't that be a fucking... Wouldn't that be a lawsuit to watch? Wouldn't that be an interesting one? Holy shit. Listen, I don't think it's actually going to happen. I don't think that will actually be a thing in the slightest. But if it does happen, I'll probably cover that. I ain't even gonna lie, I will most probably cover that shit.
Not only is removing the video a big problem, but you really gotta go onto your main channel and address these situations. If you make a fuck up, especially one where you inadvertently end up slandering somebody, you gotta cover for that.
And that money could absolutely help the survivors and this case. He has repeatedly claimed that he would provide financial and legal support for the survivors.
I am giving my full support as much as I can, whether that be emotionally, whether that be helping them liaison with actual law enforcement agents or lawyers, and providing whatever form of financial, benefit that I can, reasonably provide.
But that has yet to come to fruition, because from what the survivors have told me, Mudahar has not actually provided any financial, legal, or emotional support like he's been publicly claiming. At least in the case of Camden Gerard Davis, there is proof. There is evidence of malfeasance.
Well, listen, if Muda has said that he is going to help the victims, if he has said that he's going to financially help the victims, I feel like he should stick to his fucking word. Don't say something that you can't fulfill. Especially when it comes to something that is potentially as sensitive as this. But also, I feel like he might have said it because he doesn't believe that it's a proper case. In which you shouldn't really be promising that kind of shit. Yeah, I don't know, you should be kind of using that as like a gotcha. I know the kind of brain that I have. Okay. Muda.
Just because Mudahar said it's nothing substantial doesn't mean it's nothing substantial. He didn't even know what he was looking at. He didn't talk to any of the survivors when he made that comment.
I don't have that proximity to it, but I'm like, it looks more like an erotic roleplay server where like boundaries are really crossed.
An erotic roleplay server where boundaries were really crossed. What does that even mean?
Like, that's what I'm still putting it out as. Max is not like an idiot. Like, I think he's smart enough to know it, but he's like, fuck it, I'll just frame it as a cult.
Just so we're clear.
What's worse is, like, he stole valor over helping them when he didn't. Made a bunch of click loot from the streams talking about it. Sorry, I'm reading chat on my phone, and there's the fucking little motherfucking heart comes up on the side where you can't fucking read the fucking thing, and I've got to like scroll up and down to be able to see the fucking chats, the fucking fucks. I can read. I'm not retarded. I do promise you that. Neon said, I personally feel he should not have. He should. Maybe I am retarded, and maybe I can't actually read. My chat's on here this time. I personally feel he should not have put. I am retarded. I can't read. I can't read. I personally feel like he should not have put some of this vid out because he can kill his own case. There we go. Third or fourth time fucking lucky. Jesus Christ. Yes, absolutely. Wait, do you mean Muta could kill his case, or Mamamax could kill his case? What one? Boom.
The survivors came to me claiming it was a cult. And after my conversations with actual experts, I do think it is a cult.
You know, I'll make it look more spookier than I can, because his audience is like that true crime audience. And I'm gonna say it, like, the true crime audience is like the most retarded audience on YouTube. You could fucking feed them the biggest load of bullshit, and 9 times out of 10 they'll believe it.
He was actively undermining the awareness campaign. He was reaching out to his...
So a lot of the true crime people that I've watched, they do it in like a very respectable way. I know that obviously not a lot of people want to do that all the time, but I've seen quite a lot of people doing it respectfully and doing it to like do awareness and stuff like that. I've seen people do it in a good way, I promise.
Historical detractors of the channel and going on live streams with them before talking to me or any of the survivors and talking shit about the case. Here's just one example out of many. Mudahar repeatedly attacked us on the live streams of people who hate me.
Here we go. Here we go, bit.
Perhaps the most vocal among them is Tommy C.
I'm going to be just straight up honest with you. I want this child exploiter pinned to a cross. And I think that you're going to see a lot more Mamamax content from me.
The fact that this is the...
Okay, I must say, I have watched a few like Tommy C streams here and there when he was covering the Mamamax stuff. And there was quite a few times when I was thinking like, ooh, oh, you know, like those kind of like type of reactions to like little things that he was saying like that, and it's like, ooh, Neon, but did Mamamax take hits at Tommy C first? Yes, he did. Did he insinuate that Tommy C was a pedo, actually? Didn't he do that? Was that a thing that happened? I know that there was shots towards taken at Tommy C first, but I also know that Tommy C can be quite vocal with some of his opinions and quite harsh about some of his opinions, at least in the way that he words things. Little Goth Ghost said, it's not like Max and Spencer are totally hands clean, but Muda, his wife, Nick, and Ryan, conspired to make drama and drop it on Max. Meanwhile, it fucked with Jim's mind, and he was suicidal. Yeah, I mean, obviously at the beginning when I was saying, like, everyone was kind of bitching at each other, like, I don't know how I didn't end up making... I don't know how I ended up missing that point. I really fucking don't. Because now now that I'm with it, I'm like... That is... Yeah. Like, that is... painfully obvious. Painfully obvious. And... It's just... It's just cunt behaviour. It's cunt behaviour to be putting so much shit on someone when they've already been going through a lot of shit. And then it's very manipulative, and you know, yeah, I don't vibe with it. Yes, Neon Shion did confirm that Mamamax did call Tommy a pedo. Yeah, I can understand why you would make such shots back. But also, Tommy does say things in a very harsh way. There is no denying that. He can be a little bit extra sometimes, you know? I mean, most of the times, he can be right. I mean, a lot of the times, he can be right. He's just a little bit extra, in my opinion. I don't know.
The first person Mutahar chooses to speak with about this case should speak volumes about Mutahar's true intentions.
Go look into this guy Mamamax's bullshit story, Mutahar. I'm angry. I know. I'm legitimately angry.
Muta is a mean girl. He is a mean girl, for real. Like I said, like the kind of teenage kind of bitchy shit. That's what this kind of feels like.
Like I want you to tell me.
Neon also said, I would never deny I do not always agree with Tommy C, and sometimes he can be right and wrong at the same time. Exactly. 100%. I know I keep on saying, like, I agree 100%, but it's true. Just because you're, like, right with some things doesn't mean that you're, like, always going to be right. It just means because you're wrong with it. Broken clock is right twice a day. I don't know. Yeah. With Tommy, sometimes it's not like what it's not like what he is saying, it's how he says it. I can agree. But also, maybe saying someone should be pinned to a cross is maybe a little bit extra. I don't know. Is it a bit extra? I don't know.
More, like it's like the anger is good. It's just like fucking you gotta.
I can't think straight.
I am learning.
I am learning from the angry man who just said he can't think straight. No, yeah, the anger is good. It's not like it clouds your judgment and obstructs critical thinking. The anger is good.
I don't know how much of that 4-hour interview you've seen.
Nothing.
That podcast.
He just said he has seen nothing. So Mutahar was learning from an angry man who can't think straight, who constantly spreads disinformation on his targets, who made multiple streams about how I am a scammer, has seen nothing. What?
It's this whole situation.
Can you send in the video he made on me? Can you send Muda the video he made on me that one summer?
Please teach me your ways. Washed Up Commentary Channel number 46,853.
Tommy, that video was not about you. I gave you a 3-minute segment, and rest assured, Mutahar already watched it. This is the text he sent me after he watched it. I think you put our friend Tommy on suicide watch, bro. Wait, for real? Lol, I saw the first part. LMFAO. If he didn't already, he probably should. And now all of a...
Oh, Muda. I thought he was like being a little bit like supportive towards his friend. You know, like a little bit like, dude, maybe you went too far on Tommy. But no, that kind of seemed like a fully like.
Lol, I saw the first part. LMFAO. If he didn't already.
Yeah, like maybe he should. Like, Muda, brother.
He probably should. And now, all of a sudden, he is pretending to be best friends with Tommy C, someone he constantly talks shit about.
I mean, I've had this discussion with Tommy recently, and actually I would say Tommy C and his call-outs with Max, because I have respect for Tommy C. I've talked to him, and I think if he's going to say something, there's probably some weight to it.
Most of you will have no idea how hilarious this is to hear. But other YouTubers who have heard Mudahar talk about Tommy C behind closed doors will know that he is bullshitting all of you. For example...
Goomperville and Nuts. There we go. There they are. The other spineless fucks. There they is.
Example, before we started recording for the Some Ordinary podcast, Mudahar told me not to worry about Tommy Senile, because nobody has any respect for him anyway. He has no respect.
Now, anyone who was ever friends with Muda will consider the validity. Like, no, exactly. Like, how many more people is he going to be talking like that? Talking like that about how he spoke about Tommy? Who else? Like, right now, I don't know, like, who the fuck Muda is even good with on YouTube. I don't even know if he has anyone left, does he? He doesn't have the podcast, he doesn't have, you know, like, this little group of people, like...
Respect for Tommy C. He has no respect for any other creator. He has zero respect for his own audience.
A lot of people watching YouTube cannot critically think anymore. So when that video came out, and I was like, I'm reading the comments, I'm like, yo, they're eating this shit up. What the f? And then, like, I make a video and everyone, and then, like, I make a video and everyone, like, flips. I'm like, you guys are the worst people. You cannot critically think whatsoever.
It's not that your audience can't critically think. It's the fact that we have misplaced our trust in you. Furthermore, why did you sleep on this Camden Gerard Davis case for 3 years only to expect multiple influencers to immediately jump on it as soon as you start discussing it? Why tell people to hurry up and discuss it, such as making videos about critical, not immediately responding to you, when you yourself didn't respond about this case for 3 years? People tell me about allegations all the time. I don't really know what's real and what's not until I actually look into it. Spencer kept messaging me, and once she invited me to the Discord server with the other survivors, that's when I realized, oh shit, this is important. I should have exercised patience, as they have done. But it was just so sad to see all of them. They kept trying and trying and trying to tell their story, and no one wanted to listen. And now I'm here and I'm telling all of my friends, and none of them wanted to listen.
Your involvement would entail a brief 15-minute session, allotting 3 minutes per survivor. A subsequent Q&A is optional.
And no one showed up. Yeah, I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna launch this case into everyone's face by fake canceling Charlie. And I was praying, I was hoping that he would just...
But that's not the way that you go about things, honestly. Like, you don't try and get shit out by bringing someone else down. That's just how I run. I don't know, I would never shit on... I mean, at least currently, I would never shit on someone, try and get myself in a better position, try and get more people to believe my story. As in, like... You know, in the way that Mamamax kind of did for the whole, like, cancelling Charlie video. Like, No, I don't.
Just sit down and listen to them. And I know the important...
Neon said, Lemma, fake cancelling Charlie of all people. So, I've been hearing quite a lot of people actually shit-talking Charlie for the fact that, like, he's apparently, like, a little bit of a bitch with, like, his audience. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really watched one of his videos in quite a long time, actually. He doesn't really pop up in my recommended anymore. But when people as well take the piss out of, like, the way that he speaks and stuff like that, I can understand why. I can understand why. After hearing people, like, take the piss out of how he speaks and stuff, I couldn't help but hear it myself. I couldn't help it. But again, he's like another one of those people that I mentioned earlier with the whole, like, doing the titles and not kind of like really saying what the fuck is going on, and all of their videos just kind of merge together and you don't know what the fuck is what. What Charlie does as well. But it's not like he's a bad guy. He's just cringe. You know, he's not... Yeah, he's not a bad guy, just cringe. That's all I can really say.
Importance of this case and cases like this will only grow as time continues. So maybe one day it will carry the urgency that it deserves. But Mudahar divided all of the survivors and made sure that they didn't talk, and that's really sad. Because many cases like this often...
Oh God, Go said, yeah, that was just a dumb thing. He was not sincerely cancelling Charlie. He said all the time it was fake news. Like, it wasn't real shit talk. He said in the videos themselves, it was just making a skit, and it was fake. And it was fake, he was in on it with Charlie. It was an edgelord attention grab. I get that. I get that. But I'm still, like... Still makes me feel a little bit icky. I can't describe how it makes me feel icky, but it just kind of does. I'm gonna fully admit that I don't know exactly why. It just makes me feel weird about it. You know, shit on me for that all you want, you know. But it just there could have been better ways to go about it. You know, maybe. Hey, listen, if you did want to shit on someone, maybe shit on a different person who maybe deserves to be shat on a little bit more, instead of going for someone who's, like, light. I don't know. Yeah, like Lil Goth goes, like, how can you trust someone is sincere when they make fake content? That's exactly it. I feel like if you start to make so much fake stuff and then try and sort of go into something that's like real and serious and stuff like that, people are not going to be able to take it as seriously, you know? Yeah.
Often only begin after a public awareness campaign.
And when we found out what else was going on behind closed doors, I'm talking crimes ranging from blackmail, forced labor, child trafficking, I was mortified. So I went to the authorities with a band of fellow Shocked ex-members and we blew the proverbial whistle. But they didn't do anything. Fell on deaf ears because they didn't know what they were looking at. So we went to the press. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm on the front page of the New York Times. It's not exactly what I was imagining my life would be when I started out as an actress, but here we are. After that, the rest is cult history. A dramatic arrest in Mexico, a 6-week trial, 4-hour deliberation, and ultimately, a 120-year prison sentence for Nexium's founder. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Also, why did you lie about certain predators being in police custody, such as Zach Haddad, aka Pablo Sunny, when in reality you didn't know if he was in police custody? I was just dispensing the information that I was given. So just for quick context, Pablo Sunny is a child predator we found on IMVU. He has multiple victims that I made contact with on the platform, and I confirmed that he was grooming minors via direct investigation. We verified his face with a specific hand gesture, and his voice can be confirmed by his friends. You can watch the full videos if you want more detail, but here's a paraphrased version of our call.
You know I'm 14 though, like, you know, like...
Sorry, okay.
You know, do you not know, like, what you're doing? Like, you said you were 24, right?
I want you to know that I know that what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry, and I just, like, I'm really just begging you, like, sincerely, just, like, you know, you realize I would go to jail? I would go to jail for, like, 10 years.
But don't I, like, I already have your face, like...
I don't know, and I don't want to give you more, like...
Because I can already tell my mom right now.
What are you gonna tell her, though? You're really gonna do that? Like, why do you want to ruin my life? Like, why... Like, can we just be friends? Like, that's not something that friends do. Like, if we're gonna, do you want to be actually be friends? I was, you know, going through a hard time. Like, there's a lot of shit that I was going through, and, you know, I just was lonely. And I, you know, my life is, like, really hard, and, you know, I have to take care. Really scary. Like, I'm gonna get, like, fucking, I'm, like, not strong. Like,
I'm sorry, but I'm not entirely sure what this has to do with Muta just yet. Just this Pablo Sunny part. I know obviously he's getting into it, but, like, yeah.
I'm gonna get fucking, like, beat up and raped in prison. Like, you want that to happen to me because we talked for one day?
After our videos were released, he was exposed to his local community at the Vancouver music scene.
There we go.
Many of which I made contact with. Here are the Instagram messages between me and Zach Haddad's former friend. Hey, I'm making an update video on Zach. Would you like to do an interview for it? Hey man, thanks for the message. Last I heard, he was in police custody. I thought this a fair bit these past few days. I respect your platform and the way you unveiled this information. All of us in the community are still dealing with the weight of it daily, but it gets better only with time. I think I'd rather not do an interview for the video, but would be happy to share my words in written form with you as long as I can remain anonymous. Those closest to me and closest to the situation know how I feel about it, and I posted my thoughts a little while ago after processing this. I am happy to contribute my words to the video, but that's as far as I'm willing to be involved for my own comfort level. No worries, man. A written statement will work just as well. Hey, we have not heard anything.
So Max thought that Pablo Sonny's friend said to Mamamax that the last that he had, he was in police custody.
On Zakadon for a couple months, either from authorities or peers. We are still in contact with his victims wanting to testify against him. Do you know anything?
Like, this is a lot of word salad. Like, a lot of it, I just want to be like, okay, we understand the context of this particular part now. We get it. We get this part. But then there are other parts that I'm not still 100% on the context for. Yeah.
Anything that could help us. Hey Max, thanks for reaching out. We haven't heard any updates about him at all since your video in November, and the whole community here has essentially tried to heal and move on healthily. We will continue to condemn his actions and stand with any victims while trying to build a safer scene here, but nobody knows anything new, or even where he is. Here are some Instagram messages between me and his former roommate. Hey, has the police put out a statement? I figure they asked everyone to not work with us, but I want to be sure they're actually doing something. Haven't heard anything yet. Do you or anyone has the contact information of the investigator assigned to the case? We have the hotel Zach is staying at and want to give them the information if they're going to use it. We are trying to leave this off of our hands now as we've done all we can. We're still dealing with the aftermath of his eviction and providing support for the people who are closest to him. We don't have any contact for the investigators. For now, we would like some space as we are also grieving and processing the situation. We also appreciate all the help. Hey, sorry to bother you, but we have not heard anything on Zach Haddad for a couple months, either from authorities or peers. We are still in contact with his victims wanting to testify against him. Do you know anything that could help us? Unfortunately, I don't. Haven't heard from any of his family, and the law enforcement didn't take any action after we all gave statements and offered any evidence in the house.
Okay, so was he not in police custody? Or he was in police custody, but law enforcement released him. Okay. Gotko said, I feel like he overshared all of this stuff because the mega file was lost, so he had to fill the void. I guess, but right now, I don't really understand what this has to do with Muta. Again, I might be like not at the point where he mentions Muta yet, but right now I don't quite understand why this has to do with Muta. Why it's in this particular segment. I can kind of understand because the mega file was lost, but it's still just a little bit word salady. Like, there's not really much point.
Thank you for your response. Do you know anyone who has contact with him, or know if he's still with his girlfriend when this all happened? Nobody that I know of is in contact with him, and they are not together. And here are some Instagram messages between me and one of his former victims. Hi, I'm a victim of Zach Haddad's grooming and luring of young girls. He did not do this online, but in person while he was 19-20 and I was 15. Though the intentions of your video seemed harmless, the sensationalizing and dramatizations in the video were unnecessary. I know you have made plenty of money off of this video of yours. I ask that you donate.
Max lied. You said Max lied about the guy being arrested. Max is saying, I said that because, oh my god, this fucking YouTube emoji thingy. Mia said that Max lied about the guy being arrested. Max is saying, I said that because what I was told here is them telling me it over and over. Okay, I think I get what you mean. Wait, no. Oh, okay, no, sorry, I'm with you now, I'm sorry now, my brain, yeah, I'm with you. Okay then, that makes a bit more sense. I'm weighing it up. I'm weighing up how I feel, like this whole video for me just feels like a in the middle kind of okay ... question mark. You know, I don't know. This is
the proceeds to victims of his that need therapy. To keep this AdSense and Patreon money to yourself is selfish and wrong. You do not get to capitalize off of young girls' trauma. I'm terribly sorry to hear that you're a victim of his. You have my gratitude for reaching out. I've been asking some of his ex-friends for a GoFundMe link, but no one has sent me anything yet. But I will happily make a donation. I'd also like to clarify, none of my videos are monetized, and I only dramatize the content so that people will start to pay attention, which seems to have worked. Most of my audience are CSA victims, and they have been the ones requesting me to push my content in this direction, so I hope you can understand. Thank you for your quick reply. If I can help in any way in regards to exposing Zach, let me know. During this time, I went on a few podcasts and explained what was going on based on the information I had. Since this was a developing story, I make it clear that I don't know the full details.
Shout out now recording on the side here. Shout out now recording on the side there.
What is your primary goal? Is that then? There's no. What's your other?
Well, I guess the question is like that the Nick's getting at is like, okay, so you want to enact this change. What do you hope is the eventual result of your video?
Okay.
Of all this.
So I know there's people out there saying I'm doing it to self-serve. I just want my video back up. I don't give a shit if my video comes back up. It did what it needed to do. So that was in the video, is currently in police custody. And
was that as a result of your video, or was that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video. Right. The video was about IMVU and this one predator. I made it about him and him alone.
IMVU is a game, right? You played the game and you exposed this guy.
Yes.
Do you mind walking me through the chain of events that led from your video to him being imprisoned?
Yeah, so I dropped the video. The end of the video is a call to action. Usually all my videos are a call to action, like find him, and we did.
So in this case, find him meant like you didn't know who he was. You wanted his doc so he could go to jail.
All we had was his face and his voice.
Right.
And out of that, I said find him, and then within 24 hours, we found him. And then I started social engineering all of his friends to give me his information, and they did. And then we pegged him.
Do you remember this episode when they were talking here? I do remember this conversation. And can I just say, I clipped that so incredibly. And then we pegged him. Sorry, that was inappropriate for this conversation, wasn't it? My bad.
He fled to Mexico. We found where he was in Mexico. I don't know if the police, he was from Canada, so I don't know if the police asked him to come back.
As all terrible people are.
I don't know if the police asked him to come back or he went on his own.
Madwick, you hear that? You little shit. You're a terrible person because you're Canadian, even though you're my non-American brother.
On volition, or they forced him to come back. I don't know any of those details. I just know he went back to Canada and was in police custody for a certain amount of time.
So you lied.
No, Nicholas. Let's play the full clip.
He went back to Canada and was in police custody for a certain amount of time. I don't know if they did anything yet, but I will be making an update video about him soon.
So he was arrested at some point. It's fair to say that. You know that.
I don't know if he was arrested or they just like interrogated him. Like, you know how police they don't have to arrest you to question you?
Right.
Because I don't know if his victims, he did have previous victims before my video. I don't know if they ever spoke to the police about it. I was talking to one of them, but she hasn't been
With the added context, it does make a bit more sense. You can be in police custody without being charged when they're getting information when you're being detained. Makes sense. That makes sense.
Responsive recently, so I'm in the dark so far, but we're gonna get back on that after we finish this shit with YouTube.
So you did find out who he is. You did find out who he is, but you didn't put him in jail. Is that fair to say?
I don't know if we put him in jail, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Huh. Pretty funny how these commentary channels keep cutting out context to these clips and then misquoting me completely to things that I never actually said.
You went on and you said, this guy was arrested, it was because of me, it was because of my video.
So it's starting to look more like they are lying, and I was actually being completely honest and transparent, regardless.
Now, I know that Nick is going to be covering this either Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I'm interested for what Nick's going to say. That very much does seem like it has been taken a bit out of context, and like I said earlier on in the stream, I do want to know what Nick has ended up getting, like, clipping to come to that conclusion, like, what has been said. Yeah. Yeah, so Neon said, in the US, you can be detained up to 72 hours in context to a crime. Yeah, so that makes sense, you know. And it's pretty similar over here, so I'm assuming that it's pretty similar in, like, Mexico, Canada, wherever he was arrested or held, you know.
I clarified Zakadad's fate in the subsequent video.
So the hunt continues. We theorize that they will try to find sanctuary in the Philippines where they have family. So all of my viewers who are Filipino, wag mahiyang i-re-upload ang video nito at yung huling video na naisalin sa sarili niyang wika sa inyo na ring ang makita sa ad basta ipalaganap niyo ang mensahe.
So
without being charged, then it's bail or release. Yes, and I know that the legal system has not got the best reputation for giving sexual offenders the justice that they deserve because of evidence, getting evidence, stuff like that. Makes sense.
So I don't think I lied. I'm not here to meme on you or make fun of you. I genuinely once believed you were making a difference at one point, but now I'm not so sure. I hope to hear answers from you soon, Max. I hope that answered some of your questions. I would like to continue this conversation. Why is Spencer claiming you're starving her? Just for context.
Okay. Now, that was the Muta problem. Now, Muta does seem like a very much snaky motherfucker. I do not. I can understand. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry, I did it again. I can understand why so many people are pissed off at Muta. Like, I understand why, like, what Bern was saying. Like, he's a little shit, and it seems like Nick's a little shit as well. We shall see how both of them end up reacting. Well, I'm just gonna... Oh, accidentally opened Twitter by accident. I'm gonna quickly pop onto Muta's YouTube again and see if he's talking about anything again. He is most probably not. Okay. He is watching... Oh, wow. Okay. He is watching 10 scary videos that are insane. Of course I unmuted for that. Of course I fucking unmuted for that. Now, listen, obviously he's not fucking gonna mention anything. Going back, let's
Then I'd be like, God is my name.
Bruh.
Is that her son? Mom, I don't like this joke.
Again, the scary videos are insane.
Like, this engine fucking sucks.
Talking about an engine.
By mastering this stuff.
What is the link to the response? What, do you mean, Mutahar now, or do you mean Mamamax? Huggy. Whomst do you mean, my good sir? Either way, Mamamax is talking, not Mamamax. Muta is talking absolute fucking shit. I'm fucking surprised that he's actually streaming. Bro never fucking streams. Ever, ever, ever. The Mamamax. Okay, Mamamax one. I will put in the chat for you now. This is the Mamamax video here. So we got up to 1 hour 19:20 up to Spencer's allegations. Now the next time that I stream, I know I say it every time, but I'm not gonna leave it as long next time. It's either gonna be tomorrow or the day after that. We'll just see how I get on with things tomorrow. Lil Gokko said, I think Muta is trying to act like nothing happened, business as usual. Yeah, I completely agree, and I don't understand why when Mamamax has just fucking attempted shit all over him. I know that Muta has also said that in the past, like, he's not going to be doing fucking drama anymore and stuff like that. People want to know what the fuck is going on. I feel like he knows that, like, Neon, I think Muta is engagement farming. People are wanting to know what his response is going to be. People are going to click on the stream. Yeah, his engagement is down, very much so. He's not doing well. Bro's not doing well. So listen, I'm not even gonna bother paying attention to this Muda stream. I'm sure someone on Twitter, if Muda does end up saying anything, I'm sure someone is gonna end up grabbing it and clipping it and posting it and stuff like that. So yes, plan is either tomorrow or the next day, doing a next stream. That's when we'll be doing the part 2 to this. Which the part 2 is going to be Spencer's allegations, personal questions, and the dog. I'm interested. I mean, obviously, like I said, I watched the Spencer part earlier today. Because that's the part that I was most interested in knowing about. All of the Camden Jar Davies allegations and all of that kind of shit. So, now, obviously, I know that there's been a few new people in chat today. Hello to the new people. What I usually do at the end of my streams, I just do like a little kind of, like a palate cleanser type thing. And as I am a drag queen, hello, I like showing people some drag. Now I like showing funny bits and pieces, and it's not anything like, we're not going to be watching some fucking Cher, fucking dancing queen, lip syncy that much. I show you some interesting sides of drag that sometimes people don't usually see, so don't worry, it doesn't last very long. We just do that as a palate cleanser at the end. Neon said, do you want a link to the convo that he clipped and showed of Xylee? Yes, please, Neon, that would be great. If you are in my Discord, are you in my Discord? Let me just double check if you are. Oh, I don't know if you are or not. I don't think you're in my Discord. So, okay. I will make a link. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Oh. Oh my god. Fucking... Let me copy it. Okay, copied. Boom. Why is it not letting me fucking... Oh, what did I just click? I just clicked something. Right, Discord. I'm in Now Recording, K-Huts, and a few others. And have not... We talked in the Now Recording Discord in the past. So... Okay, I don't... Why can I not... Why is it not letting me copy and paste fucking... It keeps on just giving me this fucking... hidden use copy button. That's what it keeps on giving me for some reason. I just... Look, if you DM me on... DM me on Discord, or... me... If you can't DM me on Discord, then... at me in K-Hut server in the Talk Amongst Yourselves. Oh shit, sorry. In the Talk Amongst Yourselves section. And I will catch that, thank you very much. So, ending time. We have an amazing British drag queen who was on RuPaul's Drag Race UK, who won her season, Lawrence Chaney from Scotland, from Glasgow, one of our beautiful Scottish sisters. My Scottish sister, my Scottish drag sister, has ended up performing with, Lawrence was a judge. And she is one of the funniest drag queens that I have ever seen in my entire life. So, please, welcome a little clip by our fabulous Lawrence Chaney. Florence Cheney. She is a fucking genius. Now, again, thank you to every single fucker who ends up coming out on stream tonight. It's been lovely. It's been lovely. It's been lovely to be back. Now, I will see you at some point in the next coming days. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your night, and go watch some more slop. Go find some other slop to watch. Have a good one, and peace out, motherfuckers.